Live Island Monomall Hometown Radio Network teaming up every morning to honor America with a playing of our national anthem. Phone number to call in this morning is 859-238-9447. That's 238-WHIR. We'd love to have you right here on the radio on the Joe Show on this Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August, as we celebrate birthdays and anniversaries on this August the 25th morning. Get them on here. Let's do some birthday and anniversary party celebrating this morning. Here we go. Cue up the music. There it is. Birthdays today look like this. We have Jim Johnson and Sandy Russell Watts. Our first two names on this morning's birthday list. Happy birthday, Jim Johnson and Sandy Russell Watts. We got some more birthdays on here if I can get these loaded up as quickly as I can. On this August the 25th, other birthdays today also look like this. Leah Ross having a birthday. So is Betsy Doktorski on the birthday list. Logan Payne, 34 years old today. Caitlin Shanks on the birthday list. And Alyssa Hagman on the birthday list today as well. Call them in. 859-238-WHIR, 238-9447. And get your birthdays and anniversaries on here. Leah Ross, Betsy Doktorski, Logan Payne, Caitlin Shanks, Alyssa Hagman, Sandy Russell Watts, and Jim Johnson having birthdays today. Yep, it's Tuesday. It's the 25th day of the month of August. 082526 on your calendar. Typical Tuesday morning show we have lined up for you. First guest is on here at 7:10. That's the Boyle County Rebel head football coach Justin Haddix, who will join the show. And we'll see what's going on with the Rebels as they gear up for Bryan Station this Saturday evening. We'll have that game on Z105, WRNZ FM Saturday night. And Coach Haddix joins us at 7:10. 7:20, it's Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker who joins the show. The Admirals are in Marion County, and they're taking on Knox Central. That game is on Saturday around 5:30ish or so. We'll have that game on WHIR, and Coach Stonebreaker joins us. We'll begin kind of breaking down Knox Central, today's topic for both Boyle and Danville, talking about the opposing team's defense. It's at 7:10 and 7:20. 7:40, it's the County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Tyler Miller joins the show this morning and gives us a County Agents Corner update at 7:40. 8 o'clock in the morning hour this morning. At 8:10, we have Colleen, Boyle County Public Library. 8:20, Randy Graham and Randyisms. The thoughts of Randy Graham and Randy Graham's thoughts. He's on here at 8:20 this morning. 8:40, James the Gardener, Gardening with James tip. And we'll see what's going on with James this morning at 8:40. Dusty joins us, Kentucky Music Preview at 9:10 this morning. And at 9:35, we've got Ann Yeager and the crew joining us from Stith Funeral Home on a Tuesday with Stith. That's the rundown of today's show. We would love to have you aboard. Phone number to call in, 859-238-WHIR, 238-9447. We got sports coming your way next. Good morning to you. Glad to have you aboard the Joe Show. I'm going to go make me a pot of coffee. The Reds lose. The WNBA says two men will not be able to play in their league, and Lane Kiffin attempting to add a second former NFL player. Those are the headlines in a wild day of sports. I'm Joe Mathis guiding you through this Tuesday morning sports. Starting off with maybe the least wild of any of the stories is your Cincinnati Reds, who lost 5-0 last night. Rafael Devers hit a 3-run bomb in the second inning, and the Giants snapped a 4-game losing streak by beating the Reds 5-0 last night. Jason Foley worked 1 1/3 for the win after relieving lefty Carson Wissenhunt, who left in the third inning with pain in his pitching elbow. That's not good. He was coming off an outing in which he surrendered a career-worst 7 runs and 9 hits over 4 innings of an 8-1 loss at Cleveland last Tuesday. He'll have an MRI done today. San Francisco leadoff hitter Drew Gilbert doubled in each of his first 2 at-bats in a cool night, and well before the mist began hovering over the field in the middle innings, the Giants began the game with 4 straight hits off of right-hander Chase Burns, who's now 14-3 after a loss, including Jung-Hoo Lee's RBI single, followed by a run-scoring double from Turner Hill in the first. 2 of Burns' 3 losses this year have come in his last last 3 outings. There appeared to be no lingering ill will in the first meeting between the clubs since a 3-game series at Cincinnati in mid-April that featured a benches-clearing brawl. Meanwhile, the Reds were shut out for the 14th time this season, tied for the most in the major leagues. In the WNBA, when Atlanta Dream forward Angel Reese sees a basketball coming off the glass, only one thing crosses her mind. Anything that goes up, I want it to be mine, Reese said. That mentality was on display in the Dream's 78-71 win over the LA Sparks, during which Reese set a WNBA single-game record with 26 rebounds. Reese added 11 points in the victory, marking her 27th double-double of the season, one shy of tying Alyssa Thomas's WNBA record set in 2023. It's not the only milestone Reese reached. With her historic rebounding on Monday, Reese also set a new single-season record of 458 total rebounds. Reese surpassed the previous mark of 451 by Las Vegas Aces center Asia Wilson in 2024, and Reese's record will only grow with 6 more regular season games left for the Dream. Staying in the WNBA, former NBA players Enes Kanter Freedom and Royce White are not eligible to enter the WNBA draft after declaring themselves women in separate publicity stunts in early August. The person who spoke on the condition of anonymity and said the league is not going to, quote, give oxygen to efforts designed to mock the league or use this topic to demean or marginalize others, unquote. Kanter Freedom and White inserted themselves into the conversation around trans athlete participation in women's sports on August the 7th, fanning flames that began intensifying when Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham said young girls playing sports, quote, shouldn't have to go against biological men. The WNBA collective bargaining agreement requires, quote, only players who are women are eligible to play in the WNBA. The league does not have a gender inclusion policy that would outline the eligibility of transgender or intersex athletes. There are no eligibility matters requiring action by the WNBA, and the person with direct knowledge said, quote, describing the gender declarations by Kanter, Freedom, and White as manufactured controversy and attempts to, quote, sow division and get attention. And in college football, since the first college football game was played in 1869, all the way until the start of August, a period of more than 150 years, it was believed that no player had ever signed a contract with an NFL team only to go back to college in a span of roughly 24 hours. Lane Kiffin at LSU's attempted to manage the feat twice. Former Mississippi defensive lineman Xavier Harris, who had signed as an undrafted free agent with the Saints before being waived earlier this month, is reportedly expected to join Kiffin at LSU. The anticipation comes one day after the Tigers came to an agreement with former Ole Miss tight end Daquan Wright after he had been waived by the Cleveland Browns. If Wright clears waivers, he'll be able to join his former coach at LSU. Those are the headlines on this Tuesday morning. I'm Joe Mathis for the Hometown Radio Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, little Riley Joe, thank you for that. Coming your way, brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision, auto body repair. Head to the mechanics over at Dabbs, Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 De La Haye. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company fixing water water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, and paintless dent repair. That's Danville Auto Body Shop. You get sunshine, a high today of 82 and a low tonight of 60. Tomorrow, sunshine, 87 and 66 is the high and low. On Thursday, mostly sunny, 87. Friday, sunshine and a high of 86. Right now, 6:24 in the morning, and we're looking at 57 degrees on this Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August. I'm happy you've joined us right here on The Joe Show. 859-238-9447. Celebrity birthdays. Those famous people having famous birthdays on this famous day this morning. There's the music already. It was still running from our local birthday list. So let's give you some celebrity birthdays out west in Hollywood. 39 years old today for actress and model Blake Lively. Turns 39 today. She's been on the TV show Gossip Girl and the movie Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, A Simple Favor, The Town, The Age of Adeline, and The Shallows. Happy 39th birthday today, Blake Lively. Here's a clip from the movie A Simple Favor. Having a birthday today.
You know, I thought maybe this is my opportunity to do it on my own. She was always getting me into trouble, so I bought a one-way ticket to New York and never looked back.
Did you miss her?
Of course I missed her. I wasn't whole without her. But I couldn't go on like that. I had to survive.
And it worked.
Yeah, my life in New York fell into place. I got a job, worked my way up. I met the perfect man. Oh, you know that part, though.
Blake Lively, 39 years old. Kel Mitchell turns 48 from Keenan and Kel and Good Burger. You know, he and Keenan, both Keenan and Kel, it's phenomenal how they've been able, you know, like a lot of child actors just go off the deep end, basically, right? Kel and Keenan are still doing the thing. Kel Mitchell, 48 years old today. Loved watching Keenan and Kel back when I was a kid on I think it was called Snick, right? Snick at Night or something like that, or Nick at Night, or... No, Nick at Night was like after 9 o'clock, the older funny show. Snick was the Saturday evening lineup. That was what they were on. Keenan and Kel and all that and all that. All that and all that. 48 years old for Kel Mitchell. Some of you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, other birthdays today. Rachel Ray, chef and TV host, 58 years old. Happy birthday to her. The Let's Make a Deal host, Monty Hall, would have had a birthday today, would have been 105 years old. And Regis Philbin, the TV host, would have had a birthday today as well. He died back in 2020. Celebrity birthdays on this Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August. There you go.
In country music.
All right, then there, Mr. Voice. It was on this day, country music history, looking back at the year 1961. Is that where we start? 1961, where Billy Ray Cyrus was born, a country music singer, songwriter, and actor known for his 1992 U.S. #1 single, Achy Breaky Heart. We actually start before that, 1949, where in Kingston, New York, singer and songwriter Henry Paul was born. He helped found the country band Black Hawk, and it was on this day, country music history, 1970 in Framingham, Massachusetts, where Joe DiMessina was born, country music singer-songwriter who has 9 #1 singles on the Billboard country charts. That's what's gone on this date, August 25th, in country music history. Starting off back in 1949, where Henry Paul was born, a member of this group, Black Hawk.
It's bright on a Saturday night. There's 1,000 stars in the sky.
Oh, Dusty would love to find out Black Hawk's lead singer is having a birthday. Dusty, big Black Hawk fan. This one of their big-time hits called Every Once in a While. Happy birthday today, Henry Paul, the founding member of Black Hawk.
She opens her heart to an old memory. She closes her eyes and she smiles.
77 years old today.
Does she ever still thinks about me? She'll say, every once in a while. Every once in a while.
There you go, Henry Paul, 77 years old. It was on this day, country music history, 1961, in Flatwoods, Kentucky, where Billy Ray Cyrus was born. Achy Breaky Heart. This one went #1 in 1992. Remember singing this one in Mrs. Nash's music class at Jenny Rogers. His 1992 debut album Some Gave All has been certified multi-platinum 9 times in the U.S. and is the longest time spent by a debut artist at number 1 on the Billboard chart. From 2001 through 2004, Cyrus starred in the television show Doc. The show was about a country doctor who moved from Montana to New York City. In 2005, he began to co-star in the Disney Channel series Hannah Montana with his daughter Miley Cyrus. On this date, 1961, Billy Ray Cyrus was born. Happy birthday to him.
And if you tell my heart, my achy, breaky heart, he might blow up and kill his man.
And let's give a birthday shout out. 56 years old today for Joe D. Messina, who had this one at number 1. I'm Alright, been honored by the CMA, the Academy of Country Music, and nominated for 2 Grammy Awards. She's the first female country artist to score 3 multi-week number 1 songs from the same album. Happy 56th birthday today, Joe D. Messina. It's 6:30 in the morning. Canaan News is coming your way next.
You know, I always knew you'd take the business route. You were always the one to follow the light, and you look like you're doing all right. Yeah. Been singing for my rent.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
An investigation is underway in Bullitt County after an elementary school bus carrying elementary students overturned in a crash. The incident occurred near Lebanon Junction and Wilson Creek Road, dispatching ambulances from 3 separate counties to the scene. 8 students and the driver were rushed to area hospitals with minor injuries, prompting Governor Andy Beshear to call for statewide prayers on social media while investigators determine what caused the bus to roll over. In Warren County, schools are welcoming a new safety asset as Rocky, the 16-month-old Labrador, begins patrolling corridors. Rocky is the first vapor wake surveillance dog to work in a Kentucky school system, specifically trained to sense ammunition and firearms in moving crowds of people. Handlers at the sheriff's office compare Rocky to a standby fire extinguisher, acting as a deterrent layer of protection for students. And in Lexington, the Fayette County Board of Education has commenced its state-mandated search for a permanent superintendent. Officials are launching nominations for the Superintendent Screening Committee, an advisory board constituted of certified teachers, parents, and classified staff elected by their peers. Peer voting will be conducted online in September as officials target a goal starting date of July 2027. Statewide cattle producers are condemning President Trump's recent decision to allow 300,000 metric tons of tariff-free foreign beef into American markets. The Kentucky Cattlemen's Association called the timing completely out of touch, while state farmers warn it's a short-term political move to lower grocery prices near the midterms. And drivers in Hart County face extended traffic delays through September as resurfacing projects constrict lanes. Paving crews from Scotty's Contracting will deploy heavy machinery across the entire width of Flat Rock and Cave Hill roads, requiring commuters to detour. I'm Travis Laird.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Baseball season is in full swing, and there's no better place to be than Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. Last week, New York was trading at 10% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $989 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market. As the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. Download the Kalshi app and use code UPDATE to get up to $500 in bonus credits when you trade $25. Kalshi, trade on anything. 18 plus only, must be present in state where it is legal to trade. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. Bonus credits do not expire. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
You come to Bristol for the race. You stay for this. You remember this. It's Bristol, baby. It's Bristol, baby. Because what you came for is never just what you get. It's more. It's always more. The Bass Pro Shops Night Race at Bristol, September 19th. Get your tickets today at bristolmotorspeedway.com.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes EMS Director Mike Rogers. Parks and Rec Director Tommy Barton will update the skate park project and tax rate updates from the Boyle County Extension Office and Boyle County Public Library. It's today at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. Danville Christian Academy returned back to school yesterday, as did the University of Kentucky. UK officials say they believe this year will set a record for enrollment. UK's Vice President for Student Success, Kristen Turner, said they were at 38,000 students last year, and they look to be north of that this year. Mark down September 2nd on your calendar. The Kentucky Blood Center is encouraging area residents to donate blood during the Danville Blood Drive. It'll happen from 10:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the evening that day at the Boyle County Public Library. The Kentucky Blood Center says they're in desperate need of donations as blood collections decline this summer because of travel season, the absence of school blood drives, and periods of heat that discourage donors from coming out. You can schedule your appointment for that blood drive by going to the Kentucky Blood Center website. President Donald Trump's administration plans to increase beef imports, and now the Kentucky Farm Bureau is speaking out on it. Kentucky Farm Bureau President Eddie Melton said the plan comes at a, quote, challenging time for Kentucky cattle producers. Melton said the Bureau is encouraging the administration to reconsider its approach. And nice weather continues to hang around with us all week long. Our final full week of August will see temperatures feel more like mid-September. Morning lows will see the temperatures in the 50s, and highs will reach the upper 70s and low 80s. The best chance of rain looks to come Thursday, though it's not a widespread threat. I'm Joe Mathis.
Hey, it's me, your radio. Yeah, I know, I'm usually here playing your favorite song or the news, weather, sports, talk, even traffic. You and I spend a lot of time together, and I was thinking you should advertise your business right here on the radio. Check it out. About 93% of the population listens to the radio each week. And with radio, you can reach the right people with the right message at the right time, at the right cost. I mean, simply put, the dollars you spend on radio advertising generate the best ROI of any media. I bet you didn't know I knew stuff like that, did you? I know what you're thinking. Sounds pretty good, but I have no idea where to start with this radio advertising thing. Surprise! I'm kind of an expert. Tell you what, give us a call today and find out how radio delivers results.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to AdvertiseCentralKentucky.com. That's AdvertiseCentralKentucky.com.
Is your car in need of a shine? Keep it sparkling all month long with Safari Falls Car Wash. Locally owned, locally loved. Come visit us at Safari Falls. Your car deserves the best, and so do you.
Free vacuums, free towels, free interior and glass cleaner. Everything you need to shine inside and out, included with every wash.
We have your car covered with unbeatable service around the clock. Our Jane Trail location is open 24/7 for your car care needs.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you, Little Riley Joe. Appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends. They are hanging out over at Southern Heating and Cooling. Come on, keep your home cozy with Southern Heating and Cooling, as your comfort is their priority. Veteran owned, family operated, locally trusted. Go online, southernheatingcooling.com, or call 859-324-2770. Southern Heating and Cooling. Sunshine, a high today of 82, a low tonight of 60. Tomorrow, 87 and 66. Thursday, mostly sunny, 87. And on Friday, sunshine and 86. Right now, it's 6:37 in the morning, 57 degrees. Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August. Larry Vaught has got Vaught's Views this morning. What's going on with you, Larry?
Vaught's Views on University of Kentucky Sports is on the air. Featuring 7-time Kentucky Sports Writer of the Year, Larry Vaught.
No media member did more with Kentucky's 2014-15 basketball team than ESPN's Shannon Spake. Coach John Calipari's team used the 2-platoon system, and Spake basically stayed with the team the final 3 months of the season to get to know the players. One of her favorite players during her years on UK beat turned out to be Willie Cauley-Stein, one of the more intriguing players to play for John Calipari. Spake has covered basketball, NFL, and NASCAR and other sports in various capacities, and now has a weekly podcast called Sons and Daughters. She's had a variety of personalities on her podcast, including WNBA star Sophie Cunningham and ESPN host Laura Rutledge. Spake recently had an intriguing interview with Cauley-Stein that dealt with his recruitment and playing time at UK, but also his battle with addiction and how his grandmother's words changed his life.
Vaught's Views will return in a moment.
The boss wants me to tell you about everything at the Kentucky State Fair in this commercial. So, here goes. Dairy cows, dancers, duck slide, elephant ears, escape artists, cooking demos, fancy horses, street tacos, street jugglers, kiddie coasters, talent shows, stunt riders, stilt walkers, livestock, live music, carousels, caricature, food court, fun exhibits, funnel cakes, Freddy Farm Bureau, thrilling rides, games galore, Agland, Astro Reel, rock and roll, serious shopping, groomed goats. And that's not the half of it. The Kentucky State Fair is August 20th through 30th. Buy your tickets online and get free parking. Go to kystatefair.org.
Willie Cauley-Stein talked about growing up in Kansas, living with his grandparents, and playing baseball and football more than basketball. Once he got serious about basketball, he got big-time scholarship offers and told Spake he was blown away by his visit to Big Blue Madness. He is still amazed at the love Kentucky fans show him and told Spake when he competed for La Familia in the TBT, he was treated like royalty and loves UK fans as much as they love him. Check Spake's podcast out. I think you will like it.
Find more from Larry at yoursportsedge.com.
Larry Von Vox Views Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show at this time on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. President Donald Trump has announced a 50% tariff on Canadian vehicles and steel after trade talks have collapsed. So 50% tariff on Canadian vehicles and Canadian steel just announced by President Donald Trump.
Coming to Netflix, the stand-up comedy special you've been waiting for. It's the President Trump Canada Roast.
Wow, Canada. You're so lame, Rosie O'Donnell wouldn't even visit you.
You don't want to miss as President Trump disses Canada.
Oh, you're going to hit me with retaliatory tariffs? What are you going to do, come after me with a bottle of Molson? Boom, roasted.
It's the President Trump Canada Roast.
And what's with all of the maple syrup? What's that all about, ya hosers?
Don't miss it.
There you go. President Trump roasting Canada. Check that out on Netflix. Let's see what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good. Are you tired of the gloom and doom that saturates your daily news? Well, of course you are, and I'm right there with you. These stories remind us of the silver line in the cloud for all of our heads. It's my way of sharing the good news with you, and hopefully you'll go do the same for somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up on the piano. It's Mr. Floyd Kramer coming your way. Story number one coming from Alabama, where a decade-long losing streak came to an end on Saturday night when Alabama's Columbia High School defeated Greensboro High 41-14. The victory for Columbia High School snapped a 101-game losing streak, believed to be the longest in the nation. Here's the deal. Former NFL player Sammy Coates was brought in as the new head coach last year and has rebuilt the program. But he's not taking any credit. He says the credit belongs to the kids, the team, and their hard work for breaking a 101-game losing streak. And way to go, though, to Sammy Coates, who came and is like, I'll take this job. I'll coach these kids. And they win their first game, ending a long losing streak.
It's no greater feeling to see them kids get victorious at the end of a game, and you know they get to get that bad chip off their shoulder. All the doubters and all the people that said they couldn't do it. It's for them. It's for the kids. Everything about this is about our team and our team moving forward.
There you go. Pretty cool. Story number two coming from Maryland, where just weeks after giving birth, a Maryland mom completed her annual 5K with her newborn and 11-year-old daughter alongside her. Personal trainer Jenna Foster got her doctor's approval to walk or jog the race and even breastfed her son while walking. Wow, let her crossing the finish line with her family. Foster finished in 48 minutes. Hopes the experience encourages other parents to find ways to stay active that work for their families. And story number three coming from, where is this coming from? Bristol Royal Children's Hospital. I don't know where that is. I would say probably somewhere in Europe. Anyway, a baby whose parents feared he had only days to live has been fitted with a mechanical heart pump that's successfully keeping him stable while he waits for a heart transplant. Wow. Max Green was fitted with a Berlin heart to take over the function of his failing heart following previous treatment and multiple surgeries. Since that procedure, Max has come off sedation drugs and is smiling and responding to his parents. The good news, a baby thrives after a life-saving heart procedure. A new mom completes a 5K race with a baby and nurses mid-race, I should say. And the Alabama high school football team breaks the country's longest losing streak, 101 losses in a row. Not anymore. That's what's going on in this morning's world of absolute good, folks. Floyd Kramer, take us home, buddy. It's all yours. Silliness at Sunrise is coming up next on The Joe Show.
Like it or not, crime is a reality. Help protect your family with the Byrna Less Lethal Launcher, trusted by hundreds of police departments, government agencies, and security firms. The Byrna launcher has powerful non-lethal deterrence, plus a 60-foot range that can stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes. With over 750,000 units sold to the public, Byrna is legal in all 50 states, requires no background checks or permits, and can be shipped right to your door. Visit Byrna.com today. That's BYRNA.com. Must be 18 plus. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Thinking about upgrading your sleep? Now is the time to shop Sleep Number. Trusted by millions for nearly 40 years, Sleep Number offers superior comfort, personalized adjustability, temperature benefits, and value that is unmatched in the industry. And right now, during the Sleep Number Labor Day sale, all mattresses are on sale. Invest in your sleep and experience firsthand Sleep Number's personalized comfort. Stop by a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com to learn more.
Ryan Blaney picks up win number 3 of the 2026 season at New Hampshire and now moves into second place overall in the standings, just one race before the chase. I'm David Stiles. This is PRN's Garage Pass.
You come to Bristol for the race. You stay for this. You remember this. It's Bristol, baby. It's Bristol, baby. Because what you came for is never just what you get. It's more. It's always more. The Bass Pro Shops Night Race at Bristol, September 19th. Get your tickets today at bristolmotorspeedway.com.
Despite wet weather, adversity on pit road, and fading tires late in the race Sunday evening, Ryan Blaney was able to lead the last 74 laps at New Hampshire and take his third checkered flag of the season. Here is the Team Penske driver with Andrew Kurland in victory lane.
You were able to come back and win this race. What does that say about the 12 team being able to get it done despite some adversity?
Yeah, just staying in the game. Fast cars, definitely helped that. And, the opportunity came to throw 2 on it when we came before and did 4 and try to get the lead and see if we could hang on. And fortunately, we were able to, just barely. So, yeah, just sticking with it all race and pretty awesome to finish out.
You said you were just barely able to get it done. How much tires did those left sides have? Because you had a lot of laps on those.
I didn't have much left, honestly. I tried to build a gap, but then manage. And then Bubba got to second, on 4 tires. I knew he was going to be eventually creeping in, so I tried to keep the tire management in mind. But then he started closing a little bit, so you got to pick the pace up, use more tire, and then lap traffic. You never know how it's going to go, and unfortunately, we were just able to pick our way through that just enough to stay in front of him.
Momentum is a real and tangible thing. How big is it to be hot right now and to be winning at this time of the year?
Well, the momentum that Team Penske has on their side is great, and Ford and, Team Penske in general have been on a pretty good tear the last couple months, and it's been fun to work through it with everybody and try to get better and better.
Team Penske and Ryan Blaney now set their eyes on Saturday night's race in Daytona, the final race before the marathon that is the 2026 chase. I'm David Stiles. This is PRN's Garage Pass.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why Napa believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your bays busy and your business moving full speed ahead.
Never know how. If you're feeling hopeless, alone, and broken, maybe empty inside, Chloe's Pedals for
Hi, this is Susan Rogers with Chloe's Pedals for Hope. The 988 service offers 24/7 availability for reaching someone who cares. Everyone struggling with mental health issues can get the help they need when they call. Calls are private, counselors are trained, and are always available. If you need to talk, call or text 988 or chat at 988lifeline.org. It's free and confidential.
Local high school football and hometown radio network.
This is Gary True, voice of the Mercer County Football Titans. Listen to every game on WHBN.
This is Scott Bowen, voice of the Garrett County Golden Lions. Hear the games on Z105.
This is Gunnar Floyd, voice of the Danville Admirals. Listen to every Danville Admiral football game on WHIR.
This is Steve Bertram inviting you to join us for Boyle County High School football on Z105.
All games streamed live at hometownlive.net.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, little Rayleigh Joe, appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Morning Point in Danville, state-of-the-art assisted living community. They give residents a better quality of life. Good information on Facebook at Morning Point of Danville. Morning Point of Danville. Look them up on Facebook. Sunshine, a high of 82. A low tonight, 60. Tomorrow, sunshine, 87. Thursday, mostly sunny, 87. Friday, sunshine, and 86. Right now, it's 6:49 in the morning. It is 57 degrees. Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August, and I'm just happy you've joined us on the Joe Show this morning. 859-238-WHIR. That's 238-9447. 100% hilarious. So bad they're good. Warning, these may make you cringe. It's time for everyone's sixth favorite segment of the Joe Show. Every single morning, we call this one the Dad Joke of the Day, and here it is.
Dad Joke of the Day.
Yeah, the Dad Joke of the Day. We have a dog named Chipper, and Chipper got into our Scrabble box and ate a whole bunch of word tiles. So we rushed him to the vet, and we're still waiting. Now, wrap your head around this story. My dog got into our Scrabble box, ate a whole bunch of the tiles, and we rushed him to the vet. We're still waiting. Yeah, no word yet. Oh, the Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays, right here in the Joe Show, WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Wonder if the vet or if Chipper will give us the word first.
Welcome to the planet of the apps.
Well, how about this? You're looking for a new career. You don't know what to do. You'd like to change. Where do you start? How do you get noticed? Well, first of all, download the app Handshake. Just like it sounds, Handshake. You'll never miss a hiring opportunity with Handshake. Now, you've heard of all these other job sites and all this. Handshake, the app, at least from what we can see, beats them. You get recommendations for relevant jobs, things you love, opportunities, events based on your profile, your interests, what's best for you. Get guidance from sources. How do you apply for jobs in the best way? They give you real career advice. Handshake. Search, save, apply for jobs, stand out, message with recruiters. Handshake for jobs, or the job, I should say. Rig D's with Handshake in this molten magma every day. We call it the Planet of the Apps.
Yes, we do. Rick D's, the Planet of the Apps, Mondays through Fridays right here on the Joe Show at this time. Leads us into this morning's Country Comic Spotlight, where in the spotlight this morning we have Tom Simmons. Tom Simmons in the spotlight, and Tom Simmons talking about how children will financially ruin you, and he gets to that joke as he goes throughout this bit. Here's Tom Simmons in the Country Comic Spotlight. Here he is.
I feel like a guest, you know. This is a cool city. Everybody's so nice, you know. There's a lot of different. I'm a Lebanese American. Let me just start there, right? So the Lebanese in me is very passionate, very quick to anger, and the American in me isn't really sure where Lebanon is. You know? So I'm trying. I'm also married, you guys. I married the girl of my dreams. I'm very lucky. Yeah, she's the coolest. We actually figured out the foolproof way to make a marriage work. What we do is my wife, Serena, makes all the little decisions, right? So I don't have to sweat any of that, right? Then I, of course, make the big decisions, and then she decides which decisions are big or little. So, yeah. Works out perfectly for her, and I pick our cereal. So whatever, I'm just saying. She's the best, right? One of the things I love about her is she keeps me grounded, right? She calls me on my bull, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm one of these idealists. I got the answers for everything. I'm arguing with people in my living room trying to solve the Middle East, right? Like, here's what Israel-Palestine needs to do. They need to start from nonviolence and understanding. And I'm always like, would you please shut up, all right? You're not going to solve Israel-Palestine from our living room. Don't you have a sister that doesn't talk to you in a year and a half? Why don't you get your whole family to unblock you on Facebook and then you solve the Middle East? She's right. We got a little boy, right? We named our son Owen because that's what we figure we're going to be doing for the rest of our lives. Yeah, you got kids, those things are not cheap, right? People are like, dude, you got to start saving for his college pronto, Tom. That's $30,000 a year minimum. Like, well, then he's going to be home colleged.
What you want to do is right in the middle of it. All right, home college. Country Comic Spotlight. That's Tom Simmons here in the Country Comic Spotlight segment. We'll go ahead. He was almost done, and it hit us with a Liberty Mutual ad there right as he was about to finish up. Last night's late night shows. Jimmy Kimmel had Jelly Roll hosting for Jimmy Kimmel last night on ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live, which I guess is Jelly Roll Live.
This is my second year filling in here. This hosting show is sort of how I felt about my last time in prison. I never really thought I'd be back, but boy, here I am.
Jelly Roll joking about President Trump's approval rating last night as well.
Think about this, y'all. In the last few years, I've lost 300 pounds. That means I've lost an entire Donald Trump. And let's be honest, based on his approval ratings, it seems like most of the country wants to do the same thing.
Jelly Roll also surprising people on the street who are handed a picture of him and have to answer questions like this one where they're asked how Jelly Roll would be as the next James Bond.
What do we think of him as a James Bond?
He's not as classy. I see he's holding a martini, but that doesn't really denote class to me.
I am holding a martini, though.
Oh my God, hey!
Is there no class with my martini? Is this not classy enough? What if I walked up and was like, I'm rolling? Can I tell you a secret?
Always.
I did shoot somebody.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they deserve it?
No. In the stomach.
You hesitated.
Well, it was multiple shots. I think the one I got charged for attempted murder was because it was above the waist. The leg shots would have been assault.
Jelly Roll surprising people on the street. That's what happened last night on Jimmy Kimmel Live while you were catching up on your sleep on ABC. I guess Jimmy Fallon was not on last night because they did not, at least a new episode, they didn't give us any jokes from Jimmy Fallon. But also Tom Simmons, Rick Dees in the Planet of the Apps and the Dad Joke of the Day, Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show. We're back in 60 on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
New Nissans cost less at Bob Allen Nissan. Lease a new 26 Nissan Rogue all-wheel drive for only $299 per month for 36 months. $29.99 plus first payment, taxes and fees due at signing. Stock in $26,299, 10,000 lease miles per year. Bob Allen Nissan on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at boballenmotormall.com.
Hey, Kentucky high school senior, are you into having the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship you can use towards your in-state college, trade school, or certification program? If so, listen up. Participate in the I'm In College Acceptance Video Challenge, and you could have your video selected for a statewide TV commercial, as well as the chance to win a $1,000 scholarship. Are you in? Find out more today by visiting gearupky.org/video. That's gearupky.org/video. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Catch the best of Sean Hannity, Saturday mornings, 10 to 1 on WHIR.
Hey, Hey, 6:58 in the morning. It is a Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August. I'm happy you've joined us right here on the Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports and HometownLive.net. A great way to start off today and every day is Just Love Coffee and Cafe right here in Danville on Montgomery Way. They're right in front of Hampton Inn and Holiday Inn Express. And again, you've got another about 6 days to get in there, vote for your favorite teacher or school employee, and those individuals with the most votes are going to receive gift baskets and gift cards to Just Love Coffee and Cafe. Any school is eligible. Just DM Just Love Coffee and Cafe, comment or come in and tell them who your favorite teacher is. And you can also support your favorite school and team with the purchase of one of their Just Love fundraising punch cards. Your favorite school or athletics team will receive a percentage of the earnings, while you also get 5 free drinks. It supports Boyle, Danville, Mercer, Garrett, Lincoln, West Jessamine, and Kentucky School for the Deaf. Ready to support your squad? Stop by today. Just Love Coffee and Cafe right here in Danville. Support your school, support your teachers, and kick off pumpkin spice season with a brand new pumpkin latte made with house-made pumpkin sauce, real pumpkin puree, and warm spices. Their real pumpkin latte brings together rich espresso, steamed milk, whipped cream, and freshly ground nutmeg for the perfect taste of fall. It debuted yesterday. Tell them Joe Mathis from The Joe Show sent you on WHIR. 7 o'clock in the morning. It's Top Hour News Time.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The U.S. and Canada are spiraling deeper into a trade war. President Trump says tariffs on imports of cars, trucks, and auto parts from Canada will increase to 50% starting January 1st, 2027. After talks between the two countries broke down. Trump said Canada has been ripping off the United States of America for years. Meanwhile, Canada announced retaliatory tariffs on some U.S. goods will start September 8th. Voters in 3 states head to the polls for primary elections today. In South Carolina, Republican Senator Darlene Graham is facing Congressman Ralph Norman in the state's Republican Senate primary runoff. Trump has spent plenty of political capital supporting Graham, including a rally for her in the Palmetto State on Friday. Meanwhile, there's also a House special election in Georgia and a Senate and governor runoff in Oklahoma. Testimony resumes today in the Lindsay Clancy triple murder trial underway in Massachusetts. In court yesterday, a prosecution expert said Clancy was depressed and suicidal when she killed her 3 children in 2023, and the judge moved to strike testimony about Catholic teachings and denied a defense request for a mistrial. Prosecution psychologist Kirk Heilbrunn testified that Clancy admitted to him that her intrusive thoughts were her own, not a male voice.
I asked her the question, when you were experiencing these thoughts, were they like your own thoughts or were they like auditory hallucinations? And she said they were like my own thoughts.
U.S. Army Secretary Dan Driscoll is stepping down. More from Matt Mattinson.
The Wall Street Journal reports it comes after months of tension between himself and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. His departure would leave the Army without a Senate-confirmed leader as the U.S. looks to wrap up its war against Iran that it began alongside Israel nearly 6 months ago.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
Call 800-772-5168. That's 800-772-5168.
This is Scott Fitzgerald. Let me tell you something. Louisville knows quality, and for over a century, Ironworkers Local 70 has set the standard since 1903. Built on professionalism, of course, and craftsmanship, they've shaped the city's landmarks and everyday structures. For your project, call the experts at Ironworkers Local 70 at 637-8796 or log on to ironworkerslocal70.com. You can connect with trained, licensed contractors who get it right the first time. Ironworkers Local 70, building Louisville with...
This might be the hottest week so far this year in Southern California. Inland areas are facing an extreme heat watch that kicks in this morning and lasts through Friday night. Highs could hit 112 degrees in some valley and foothill locations. National Weather Service is urging people to stay out of the sun during the peak heat. A Texas woman faces charges after reportedly killing her 2 children and setting fire to an SUV with their bodies inside. A Bexar County grand jury indicted Marlene Vidal on August 6 for capital murder, serious bodily injury to a child, arson, and tampering with evidence. Emergency personnel found the bodies of the children ages 5 and 6 in the early morning hours of May 15th behind a warehouse. Investigators say Vidal told them she was solely responsible for the deaths of the children. GLP-1 medications could also be useful in treating addiction. More from Tammy Trujillo.
The popular class of medication has turned out to have several unexpected positive side effects. Now, new research shows the drugs proven effective in treating obesity and diabetes could also help addicts. GLP-1 medications include the brand names Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, and Zepbound. As more Americans say they've tried these drugs, researchers are learning more about their other uses.
A growing number of colleges may soon offer a faster and more affordable path to a degree. More from Monica Nelson.
Forbes says a growing number of colleges across the country are rolling out 3-year bachelor degree programs. Schools including Johnson & Wales, BYU Idaho, Ensign College, and others already offering the accelerated option. Supporters say the trend could help reduce student debt and get grads into the workforce sooner, but critics worry students might miss some of the broader educational experiences. At least 26 states now have a college offering a reduced credit 3-year bachelor's program, and more than 70 institutions are either offering or exploring the model.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Come visit your local R&F shop this August for some exciting new deals. For a limited time only, get a buy one, get one free oil change starting at $55 or buy one, get one free car brake pads starting at $70. Offer valid on equal or less value. Prices may vary based on the make and model of your vehicle and services provided. Taxes and fees may apply. You can also get a free inspection with your oil change and more deals all for the month of August. So come on and see your R&F shop located on South Danville Bypass for some of these amazing August deals.
Good morning to you. Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August, 082526 on your calendar. And happy to have you aboard the show. We're talking high school football with Coach Haddix coming up after news. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Ford Mazda.
Hi, this is Fred Sizemore with Stuart Powell Ford and Mazda. All of us here would like to thank everyone in Boyle and the surrounding counties for once again selecting our dealership as a #1 new car dealership, used car dealership, and place to have your vehicle serviced. We strive daily to meet every need of every customer, and since 1949 we have been providing quality products and services at a fair price while treating our customers and employees with respect. Stop in at 225 South Danville Bypass and see just how easy it is to do business with us.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes EMS Director Mike Rogers. Parks and Rec Director Tommy Barton will update the skate park project and tax rate updates from the Boyle County Extension Office and Boyle County Public Library. It's today at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. Danville Christian Academy returned back to school yesterday, as did the University of Kentucky. UK officials say they believe this year will set a record for enrollment. UK's Vice President for Student Success, Kristen Turner, said they were at 38,000 students last year, and they look to be north of that this year. Mark down September 2nd on your calendar. The Kentucky Blood Center is encouraging area residents to donate blood during the Danville Blood Drive. It'll happen from 10:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the evening that day at the Boyle County Public Library. The Kentucky Blood Center says they're in desperate need of donations as blood collections decline this summer because of travel season, the absence of school blood drives, and periods of heat that discourage donors from coming out. You can schedule your appointment for that blood drive by going to the Kentucky Blood Center website. President Donald Trump's administration plans to increase beef imports, and now the Kentucky Farm Bureau is speaking out on it. Kentucky Farm Bureau President Eddie Melton said the plan comes at a, quote, challenging time for Kentucky cattle producers. Melton said the Bureau is encouraging the administration to reconsider its approach. And nice weather continues to hang around with us all week long. Our final full week of August will see temperatures feel more like mid-September. Morning lows will see the temperatures in the 50s, and highs will reach the upper 70s and low 80s. The best chance of rain looks to come Thursday, though it's not a widespread threat. I'm Joe Mathis.
This morning's local news was a service of Stuart Powell Ford Mazda on the bypass in Danville and online at stuartpowell.com.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Like it or not, crime is a reality. Help protect your family with the Byrna Less Lethal Launcher, trusted by hundreds of police departments, government agencies, and security firms. The Byrna launcher has powerful non-lethal deterrence, plus a 60-foot range that can stop an attacker for up to 40 minutes. With over 750,000 units sold to the public, Byrna is legal in all 50 states, requires no background checks or permits, and can be shipped right to your door. Visit Byrna.com today. That's BYRNA.com. Must be 18 plus. Purchase and shipping restrictions vary by state and municipality. Go to Byrna.com to check availability at your location.
Thinking about upgrading your sleep? Now is the time to shop Sleep Number. Trusted by millions for nearly 40 years, Sleep Number offers superior comfort, personalized adjustability, temperature benefits, and value that is unmatched in the industry. And right now, during the Sleep Number Labor Day sale, all mattresses are on sale. Invest in your sleep and experience firsthand Sleep Number's personalized comfort. Stop by a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com to learn more.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, Rayleigh Joe, that's awfully kind of you. Brought to you by our friends hanging out over at Morning Point in Danville and the Little Sign Shop. Need a sign, a banner, or decal fast? Of course you do. The owners and operators at the Little Sign Shop can do it for you. They also do full-color digital printing, magnetic signs, auto signage, and logo design. You know they're in Danville where 2nd and 4th Streets meet. Call them. 859-238-7391. Sunshine, a high of 82, a low of 60. Wednesday, mostly sunny, 87 and 66. Thursday, mostly sunny, 87. And Friday, sunshine, 86. It's 7:10 in the morning, 56 degrees. We're talking with Coach Justin Haddix. Brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance.
Configuring the Bluetooth. Deciding who controls the music. Remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer at 236-6686.
Okay, and we talk with Boyle County Rebel head coach Justin Haddix. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing good. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right, Coach. Appreciate you joining us this morning as you all are set to take on Bryan Station on Saturday evening. And, Coach, they're led by second-year Coach J.T. Haskins. Do you know much about Coach Haskins?
Yeah, we've talked. We've known each other for a while and talked a lot, shared ideas, and seen him. And obviously, he played with Travis and Bobby at University of Louisville, and so kind of had a connection there, and we seems like we played over the years too. When he was the defensive coordinator, and we've played a lot of the same people, playing Douglas and playing that. So able to talk with him. Good coach. You know, he's had some really good players. His sons are two of the better ones he's had, so they can play.
Yeah, it's interesting, the coaching connection. Do you think that there is a coach somewhere in the state of Kentucky that you don't somehow have a second-hand connection to, at least? It's like the 5 steps of Kevin Bacon. It's the 5 steps of Justin Haddix. You got to be somehow connected to every coach across the state, right?
Well, it's the fun thing about this, and I think social media has really helped that, and that was something. Being a young assistant, I remember, Mike Holcomb would take me to clinics and introduce me to people and really kind of open my eyes to that part of it. And then it's pretty cool that me and Travis Lefew and Jackson Arnett and Travis Burns now, we basically run the state's coaching clinic every year. So we get we've had over 300 people, 300 coaches around the state at that clinic. So the Commonwealth Athletic Group, and we call it the Commonwealth Coaches Clinic. And we have it in Lexington and have over 300 people there. So it's pretty cool to be able to meet all those people and be able to talk and share and be up to date on all the things that are going. You know, it happened yesterday. We were looking at South Warren's film, and they had a tethered drone that's got like a great view from a back view. And I was like, how did you get a hold of this? And, well, they were supposed to come to the clinic and be a vendor and do that. So it's just a small world.
Yeah. Well, you've got Bryan Station coming up on Saturday. Let's quickly talk about the Bryan Station Defenders defense. You'd think someone named the Defenders a team, they'd have a defense, Coach. They did play South Warren. You mentioned them last week. 32-9 was the final score of that one. That is a really good, though, South Warren team. Tell us what you know about this Bryan Station defense.
Yeah, big and physical. Up front, they're maybe not real tall. And they're in the 5'10" to 6 foot range, but they're in the 250 plus all across the D line. One of the D ends is about 6'3", 200, so more athletic there. Linebacker wise, a lot of these guys have played for 3 years. They're all in the 5'10", 190-pound range. And then same thing with their defensive backs. They're all 180, 185, and 5'10" to 6'1". So they get after the ball. They're well coached, and they're physical and that stuff. I would say that just like most teams, that defenses is ahead of the offense at this point. And, they play really good defense, and they're going to come down and hit you and be physical.
Yeah, 32-9 was the final score. Last week, South Warren had 4 passing touchdowns from their quarterback, Camden Page, went 22 for 27 for 253 yards and 4 touchdowns. So you mentioned at this point defense is usually ahead of the offense. Look, we know South Warren is good for all intents and purposes, but was it something that South Warren did last week in the passing game that exploited Bryan Station that you've seen on film?
Well, the quarterback's really good. He's got quite a few offers. He's been watched him in the finals last year in person. He can definitely play. And Coach Brandon, he runs the offense, and he does a great job of scheming them up and puts his guys in positions to make plays. And really, that game was a lot closer than what the final score ended. I think at half it was a 2-touchdown game. So it was a little closer than what that final score said, and they were right competing with them, and then I think Brandon and them got down in the South Warren got down in the red zone a couple times and didn't get it in. So it could have been, and that's a testament to hey, that's all you can move the ball up and down the field all you want, but you keep them out of the end zone. That's playing pretty good defense. So,
yeah.
Well, we've got to do a great job in the red zone and taking care of the football.
I know that for you all, Coach, when you schedule, it can be tough to find teams that want to play you all because you all are so good. And I heard Radio Rick mention during the interview last night with you, you won your 80th game as Bull County head coach. I think you're 80-5 now in 85 games as Bull County head coach. So what does it tell you, though, about a team like Bryan Station that's willing to come to Bull County, play in the Rebel Bowl? They know there's a chance when the rotations and matchups flip-flop that they'll play you all again, and they played you all now. This will be the third time in the last, 5 years they played you. 2022, 24, now 26 they played you.
Yeah, they're not dodging anybody. If you look at them, they've played one of the few. They were playing South Warren, who was a 6A runner-up, and then they're playing us, and then they play good people. And I think they were in the finals a couple years ago too from that, and they compete. Obviously Douglas has been a big hurdle for them to overcome in Lexington, but if you're thinking any other public school in Lexington, you think of Bryan Station being there. So they do a really good job.
Bull County head coach Justin Hattis. Coach, what are you working in practice on this Tuesday?
Today we're playing on Saturday. We used yesterday as kind of I gave them Sunday off. So today will be a split day. We'll do half offense, half defense, and get ready to go to get after them.
Rebel head coach Justin Hattis. Coach, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again about this Bryan Station offense tomorrow morning, okay?
Hey, we got a big volleyball game tonight. We got Danville's playing at Bull County tonight at home, so everybody come out and come watch them.
Now were they at DCA last night? Was that right?
They were at DCA on Friday.
Okay.
DCA on Friday, yes. So we got Bull Danville tonight at the high school.
There you go. This is Bull County High School volleyball?
Bull County High School volleyball, yes.
You got a high schooler now, Coach?
I'm getting old, right? I'm looking in the mirror. I'm seeing a little gray on the side. I'm getting old. So, but everybody come out and see them.
There you go. Coach
Rebels.
Justin Haddix, appreciate you being on. We'll talk with Coach Haddix tomorrow morning about the Bryan Station offense. 7:17 in the morning. Hey, getting gray hair now. We have to talk to the Rebels about that. Let them know we can't have any more of these close games. Can't have that. Look, my beard was dark. Then I got married and had 3 kids. So I get it. 7:17, we got Steve Stonebreaker coming up next.
Hey, this is Jack Mathis. I love sports, and this is sports with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram. Brought to you by Stuart Powell Mazda.
At Stuart Powell Ford Mazda, we are proud to be your hometown dealer for many reasons. Selection, service, convenient location, and our people. Your friends, family, and neighbors. Since 1949 at Stuart Powell, we make it easy. Stuart Powell Ford Mazda. Visit us on the bypass in Danville or online at stuartpowell.com.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky High School Athletic Association Commissioner Julian Tackett is retiring from his position later this school year. Tackett has worked for the KHSAA since 1984 when he was hired as the Sports Information Director. He's been the commissioner since 2010. The organization also announced the retirement of Assistant Commissioner Butch Cope, who's leaving the KHSAA after 32 years with them. Hometown Radio brings you the second week of high school football this weekend. Friday night, Mercer County entertains Campbellsville at 7:30 on WHBN, and Garrett County will host Estill County around 8 o'clock on Z105. Saturday evening at 5:30, Danville takes on Knox Central at Marion County on WHIR, and Boyle County faces Bryan Station around 8 o'clock in the Rebel Bowl on Z105. In Major League Baseball last night, San Francisco knocked out Cincinnati star pitcher Chase Burns in the fourth inning as the Giants shut out the Reds 5-0. Burns has lost 2 of his last 3 starts. It's the 14th time this year that they've been shut out. Elsewhere, Cal Raleigh homered 3 times as the Mariners downed the Phillies 9-2. It was the Guardians 4, Angels 2, Rangers 11, White Sox 2, Cubs 7, Diamondbacks nothing, and the Pirates 3, Padres 2 in 12 innings. Other winners were the Nationals, Rays, Red Sox, and Twins. Boys high school soccer last night, Garrett County down Casey County 4-2, and girls action, Lexington Catholic blanked Mercer County 10-0. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Come visit your local R&F shop this August for some exciting new deals. For a limited time only, get a buy one, get one free oil change starting at $55 or buy one, get one free car brake pads starting at $70. Offer valid on equal or less value. Prices may vary based on the make and model of your vehicle and services provided. Taxes and fees may apply. You can also get a free inspection with your oil change and more deals all for the month of August. So come on and see your R&F shop located on South Danville Bypass for some of these amazing August deals.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is the place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Thank you, O'Reilly Joe. Brought to you by Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville. Convenient stay in your car drive-thru. Complete diabetes shop. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7. Saturdays, 9 to 5. Good Neighbor Pharmacy. They're in Danville behind Cracker Barrel. All right, sunshine, 82 degrees is your high. 60 is your low for tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 87 is the high. On Thursday, mostly sunny, 87. And on Friday, sunshine and 86. Right now, it's 7:22 in the morning. And we are looking at about 57 degrees. Good feeling morning. Tuesday, August the 25th, we're talking Danville Admiral football with head coach Steve Stonebreaker, brought to you by Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Ask Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance Agency in Danville if auto owners make sense for you. Call me, Mark Dexter, or Chris Reitmeyer.
And we welcome onto the show the head football coach of the Danville Admirals, Steve Stonebreaker. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Doing great, Joe. How about yourself?
Doing awesome, Coach. Doing great. Appreciate you joining us this morning talking Danville and Knox Central. Now, before we hop into the game, Coach, you all played last Friday. And you played in the Stuart Powell Ford Mazda Pigskin Classic. Marion County was the team that you all played. And now you all go to Marion County and play in their bowl game. I assume this was probably set up maybe before you took over as head coach. But how does it usually work when you're trying to figure out bowls and matchups? And are there typically these kind of handshake agreements to where, like, hey, we'll play in your bowl game, you come play in ours? You're seeing Garrett County and Lincoln County do the same thing, and it makes it pretty easy for fans to travel not that far away. So tell us how the bowl matchups typically work.
So these matchups for the bowl games, they were set before I took the job. So, and that's sometimes how it works. Sometimes it is, hey, if you come over here to our bowl, we'll come play in yours, and that kind of thing. And it is really, really good because, Marion County is only about 35 minutes down the road, so it's an easy trip for both schools to be able to get one way or the other. So it works out really well for the fans, I think.
Yeah, and you've got Knox Central on Saturday evening, Coach, and this is it 5 or 5:30 kickoff?
It's going to be a 5:30 kickoff.
Okay, 5:30 kickoff versus Knox Central. This is a team last week that beat Whitley County 42-2. The only points came for Whitley County on a safety, so this is technically a Knox Central defense that, for all intents and purposes, did post a shutout last week, at least against Whitley County's offense. Tell us, Coach, what makes this defense so good and what they did so well last week in that big win over Whitley County.
They've got really good defensive end play, really good outside linebacker play. I think they're fairly solid everywhere, but those two positions, I think they're pretty good. They have defensive ends that get after the quarterback well and pass rush, outside linebackers, and if you're going to run that 4-4 defense like they run, you've got to have good outside linebackers that are going to set the edge really well, are going to set it in a way that constricts the running lane for the backs. And they do a really good job of that, and they also play the screen game very well. So we've got our work cut out for us with those guys, but they've got some other good players as well.
Yeah, what kind of speed do they have, Coach?
They've got good speed. They've got good speed. I wouldn't say they have elite speed by any stretch, but they've got good speed. They run to the ball well, and that's what I told our kids yesterday when I was describing their defense. Their guys play really hard and run as hard as they can to the ball. They're really hungry to get after the ball carrier. Now, we're going to face some teams that have some better speed than them down the road, but this is a team that plays extremely hard.
Coach, walk the fans through what like a typical film session would look like for you all. And do you watch film every day? Like, let's say it's a defensive practice, you're watching it on their offense that day, and then the next day the defense, or do you watch it all in one day? How does that work when you're breaking down an opponent with your team there as well?
Well, what we do, we typically do more individual or small group film sessions. We don't do where we bring the entire team in and watch film very often. I mean, there's times where we do that, but those are few and far between. Just because I find that what you end up talking about in a film room, if you've got the whole team in there, you better be talking about something that pertains to the whole team. Because if you start talking about the outside linebackers and how the tight ends have to block them here, or, something like that, then you start losing some other kids. So what we like to do and what I like to do is have individual or small group film sessions where you're getting clips that are really honed in on the kids you're talking to, and then you get their attention. It seems to sink in a little bit better and that kind of thing.
Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker. Coach, what do you work on in practice on this Tuesday afternoon?
Well, we're going to make it a typical Tuesday practice for us. So we'll have our toughness turnover Tuesday. Kids are able to, strip the ball at any point, go into water breaks, coming back to the line of scrimmage, anything to hold our backs accountable. And then for our defensive guys to get reps on breaking fingers off the football, we'll have inside drill, pass skelly going. Won't do a lot of team either side of the football today. It'll basically be inside drill and pass skelly, and just getting ourselves ready, that next step for what's coming later in the week.
I know the Toughness and Turnover Tuesday is, it's certainly geared towards helping the offensive players hang on to the football. But how much does it help defensive players as well, trying to knock the football out, even like you said, going to water breaks and stuff, just trying to poke the football out and work on that as a defensive player?
I mean, it's a key skill. I really believe that. We won a district championship game at Casey County in 2022, and I will argue the biggest play of that game was a play where our outside linebacker stripped the ball away from the running back, just raked his fingers off the ball and got on the ball. They were in plus territory, so it kind of stopped them from getting into the red zone. And I would argue that was the biggest play in that entire game. And when you're playing a team as an underdog, then creating turnovers are at a premium. That becomes something you really need to do to win the football game. So it's a very important skill on the defensive side.
Danville Admiral head coach Steve Stonebreaker. Coach, we appreciate you being on this morning, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow about the Knox Central offense, okay?
Sounds good. Let's go ahead.
There you go, Danville head coach Steve Stonebreaker. He's on 720 Mondays through Fridays right here on The Joe Show. Coach Hammock's on at 710. 7:30 in the morning. Bottom hour news coming your way 30 seconds away on The Joe Show.
In the heart of Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Mercer Stone Company is shaping driveways and dreams. Supplying quality stone with local dedication, these folks know a thing or two about building from the ground up. With friendly service and a commitment to getting your project done right, you'll find the materials and know-how you need. And lay the foundation for your next great project with Mercer Stone Company today. We will rock you.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
City leaders in Ellesmere say they're making progress toward fixing the aging Garvey Street Bridge, which has crippled emergency responses. The 86-year-old bridge recently failed inspection, forcing state officials to cut allowable weight limits from 27 tons to 13 tons. Local fire trucks are banned from crossing, causing severe response delays. Norfolk Southern, which bought the rail line in 2024 for more than $1.6 billion, is disputing bridge ownership with the city over ongoing maintenance responsibilities. And in Letcher County, disgraced former sheriff Sean Mickey Steins has filed an expedited bond appeal to overturn his detention without bail. Steins is accused of shooting and killing District Judge Kevin Mullins in his court chambers. Special Judge Christopher Coron previously ordered the capital trial to be moved out of the county, citing deep community divisions split into teams to defend both men, which prevented the selection of an impartial jury. On the state law enforcement front, drug task force agents carried out a controlled delivery in Logan County to seize $1 million worth of illegal drugs. Cooperating agents discovered 44 pounds of crystal methamphetamine in a commercial package shipped to Sharon Grove. Stephen Caldwell and Amanda Tanner were arrested during a subsequent traffic stop. They're being held in the Todd County Jail. In Powell County, the Stanton-based Kiwanis Club is disbanding after 34 years, citing a lack of manpower. The club presented $12,000 in donations to local groups, including the Lions Club, which promises to keep beloved Easter egg hunts alive. And a toxic gas emergency in Lexington prompted fire crews to evacuate a Save-A-Lot grocery store. 2 employees were hospitalized following exposure to carbon monoxide spewed by a gas-powered cleaning machine. I'm Travis Laird.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? It's the friendly, expert care you'll experience every time you bank with us. Hi, I'm Lindsay Cole, the Retail Market Manager at Whitaker Bank in Danville, Kentucky. Whether you're opening an account, planning for the future, or looking for a friendly face, we're here to make banking easy. Stop by or call us at 859-236-9822 to see how we put you first. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC.
Danville's famous recipes been serving Central Kentucky with the best chicken since 1972. Enjoy your money-saving $6 meal. Choose from 2 famous strips with 2 pieces of our famous golden fried chicken, your favorite side, homestyle buttermilk biscuit, and drink, all at just $6. Or grab the 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece family meal with large shareable sides and a buttermilk biscuit. Call for expert caterers at 859-236-8777. It's Danville's famous recipe Southport that's not just chicken, it's tradition.
My name is Kama McKinney, and I serve as the Executive Director of Chrysalis House. Far too many Kentuckians are struggling with addiction without knowing what resources are available to them. If you or a loved one are in need of a treatment center like Chrysalis House, you can call the KY Help call center at 833-8KY-HELP or visit findhelpnowky.org to find resources that are available near you. We are here, we care, and we want to help.
This is a message from Teen Kentucky, sponsored by the Office of Drug Control Policy and aired by this station.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes EMS Director Mike Rogers. Parks and Rec Director Tommy Barton will update the skate park project and tax rate updates from the Boyle County Extension Office and Boyle County Public Library. It's today at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. Danville Christian Academy returned back to school yesterday, as did the University of Kentucky. UK officials say they believe this year will set a record for enrollment. UK's Vice President for Student Success, Kristen Turner, said they were at 38,000 students last year, and they look to be north of that this year. Mark down September 2nd on your calendar. The Kentucky Blood Center is encouraging area residents to donate blood during the Danville Blood Drive. It'll happen from 10:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the evening that day at the Boyle County Public Library. The Kentucky Blood Center says they're in desperate need of donations as blood collections decline this summer because of travel season, the absence of school blood drives, and periods of heat that discourage donors from coming out. You can schedule your appointment for that blood drive by going to the Kentucky Blood Center website. President Donald Trump's administration plans to increase beef imports, and now the Kentucky Farm Bureau is speaking out on it. Kentucky Farm Bureau President Eddie Melton said the plan comes at a, quote, challenging time for Kentucky cattle producers. Melton said the Bureau is encouraging the administration to reconsider its approach. And nice weather continues to hang around with us all week long. Our final full week of August will see temperatures feel more like mid-September. Morning lows will see the temperatures in the 50s, and highs will reach the upper 70s and low 80s. The best chance of rain looks to come Thursday, though it's not a widespread threat. I'm Joe Mathis.
Hey, it's Scott Jennings, and I am proud to be on the radio in Danville, Kentucky. My daily show brings common sense to the Commonwealth. Whatever the news of the day, I'm going to sort it out and break it down with my straightforward analysis and commentary. We've got guests giving you the biggest insights into the day's news. So join us every weekday afternoon from 2 to 3 on WHIR AM 1230 and FM 103.9, or listen, hometownlive.net. It's the Scott Jennings Show on WHIR.
Looking to trade or purchase a new automobile? Check out Rayan Auto Sales in Lexington on New Circle Road. Needing help with financing? Get pre-approved with Capital One. When you're there, it's all about quality cars, unbeatable deals, and a name you can trust. That's Rayan Auto Sales. That's RAYYAN Autosales.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All righty, little Riley Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by our friends at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris. They'd love to give you a free quote. 859-236-6686. Dexter Reitmeyer Insurance. Sunshine high of 82, low of 60. Sunshine 87 tomorrow. Thursday, mostly sunny 87. And Friday, sunshine and 86. It's 7:37 in the morning. 56 degrees. Tyler Miller joins us this morning. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Joe. I'm doing well.
Good, Tyler. Good. Glad to have you aboard the Joe Show this morning. And he's giving us a County Agent's Corner. It's brought to you by our friends in Tyler Miller Country down in Stanford.
Get the top price for your livestock. Take them to the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, where they have drop-off hours to fit the busy farmer's needs. Selling your livestock a profitable and a pleasant experience. Save the hassle of a long haul. Sell your livestock at the Bluegrass South Livestock Market, 277 Courtier Road in Stanford. Call Bluegrass South Livestock Market at 606-365-0665. Bluegrass South Livestock Market in Stanford.
And here's Tyler Miller.
Good morning. Good to be with you all this week. Sorry I had to skip out to yesterday, but it is good to be back on the Joe Show. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about storing grain through the summer in the grain bins, and just because we see the grain bins and you really don't know if you're not operating that bin, you don't know if there's corn in there or beans in there or not. But there's a whole process. It's a whole process. A lot of things we got to watch out for when storing grain through the summer. You can keep grain in the bins through the summer, but keeping it cool as possible should be the goal. So, allowing that grain to warm to an average outdoor air temperature during the summer can lead to insect infestations and even mold growth. So the optimum grain temperature for insect activity is somewhere between 70 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So by reducing that grain temperature below 70 degrees, that will lessen your insect reproduction and activity, and lower grain temperatures on below 60 degrees, if you can, will greatly reduce insect activity. There are some products we can use for those insects inside the bins, but it's good coming out of winter if we can get that grain cooled way down, and then shut our fans. That way we don't have a chimney effect, natural air kind of coming in the fans and going up the bins. Trying to hold that temperature in the bins as cool as we can for as long as we can. And that's your County Agent's Corner this morning. God bless.
There you go, Tyler Miller, County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Tyler, before you go, some random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. Good. Here we go, Tyler. Fact number 1. Did you know that placebos can cause side effects? Right? So like when they test out medicine, pills or some sort of new drug, they give some of the individuals placebos, fake medicine, to see how they react. But placebos can cause a side effect known as nocebo. And nocebo can involve nausea, drowsiness, and allergic reactions. This occurs because a person was expecting to experience them. So I guess that's where the sentence ends. So I'm adding this as my opinion. I guess because they're expecting it, the mind believes that it's going to happen, so then it happens. It's like they put themselves into an allergic reaction because their mind thinks it's going to happen, so then it does.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
His brain's crazy.
And number 2, Pixar has been around for 40 years. They were founded in February of 1986. Their first feature was Toy Story in 1995, so 9 years later. However, the first short film was called Luxo Jr. in 1986. That short film was about a desk lamp that is now Pixar's logo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Number 3, the average Costco store. You ever been to a Costco before, Tyler?
No, I don't think I ever have.
Well, you got to wear like a helmet and shoulder pads when you're in there. It's crazy. $276 million in sales per year for the average Costco.
Well,
that's insane. The busiest Costco, by the way, is not the one in Lexington. It is located in Hawaii on the island of Oahu. The busiest Costco in the world. Yeah, and lastly,
you want to go in a Costco store with me, Joe?
No. I don't like going. Costco's, Sam's Club is okay. Costco is too far away. And I just don't like being among busyness. Some people.
No, I'm not saying going in. I was like own one.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, there we go.
If you front the $276 million or whatever it is, Tyler, to get one open, yes, I'll be vice president. Okay, I'll be co-man. I'll let you manage it. I'll be co-manager, assistant, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And number 4, during a push-up. When you do a push-up, an exercise, the push-up, you're supporting 69% of your body in the up position and 75% in the down position. That's why push-ups are such good exercises, how much body weight you're supporting when you do them.
That's cool.
You go. Tyler Miller in this morning's County Agents Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. Tyler, we appreciate you being on, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
All right. We'll talk to you then.
See you, Tyler. That's Tyler with the Lincoln County Extension Office. 7:43 in the morning, 56 degrees. It's the 25th day of the month of August. 082526, and we see what's going on out west in Hollywood. Coming up next.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is Ronald Howard. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Danville. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer local expertise and reliable service. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me at 859-236-9822 today, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Kentucky has one of the most expansive state park systems in the nation. For decades, the parks have been bringing people together for family reunions, fishing, hiking, and a wealth of other activities. What's your favorite memory of a Kentucky state park? Unfortunately, it takes more than governmental support to keep the parks vibrant. The Kentucky State Parks Foundation raises money to create educational programs for elementary school kids to connect them with nature, handicappable hiking trails, and the preservation of historical artifacts. Make a tax-deductible donation online at KentuckyStateParksFoundation.org.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky High School Athletic Association Commissioner Julian Tackett is retiring from his position later this school year. Tackett has worked for the KHSAA since 1984 when he was hired as the Sports Information Director. He's been the commissioner since 2010. The organization also announced the retirement of Assistant Commissioner Butch Cope, who's leaving the KHSAA after 32 years with them. Hometown Radio brings you the second week of high school football this weekend. Friday night, Mercer County entertains Campbellsville at 7:30 on WHBN, and Garrett County will host Estill County around 8 o'clock on Z105. Saturday evening at 5:30, Danville takes on Knox Central at Marion County on WHIR, and Boyle County faces Bryan Station around 8 o'clock in the Rebel Bowl on Z105. In Major League Baseball last night, San Francisco knocked out Cincinnati star pitcher Chase Burns in the fourth inning as the Giants shut out the Reds 5-0. Burns has lost 2 of his last 3 starts. It's the 14th time this year that they've been shut out. Elsewhere, Cal Raleigh homered 3 times as the Mariners downed the Phillies 9-2. It was the Guardians 4, Angels 2, Rangers 11, White Sox 2, Cubs 7, Diamondbacks nothing, and the Pirates 3, Padres 2 in 12 innings. Other winners were the Nationals, Rays, Red Sox, and Twins. Boys high school soccer last night, Garrett County down Casey County 4-2. In girls action, Lexington Catholic blanked Mercer County 10-0. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Hi, my name is Carol, and I'm a student at the University of Kentucky College of Nursing. You can prevent a tragedy on the farm. Make sure your children have a safe play area that's fenced in or at least separated from traffic and work areas. Make it free of dangerous debris and give them room to run and explore. Play equipment should be age-appropriate and supervised. Although parents cannot completely kid-proof a farm, it is important to make it as safe as possible.
This Joe Show Weather Report is brought to you by...
All right, Rayleigh Joe, appreciate that for you. Brought to you by our friends over at Good Neighbor Pharmacy. I think I did that one last break. Let's go with Southern Heating and Cooling, actually. Keep your home cozy with Southern Heating and Cooling. Your comfort is their priority. Better known, family operated, locally trusted. Go online, southernheatingcooling.com, 859-324-2770. Sunshine, a high of 82, and a low tonight of 60. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 87 is the high. On Thursday, mostly sunny, 87. Friday, sunshine, 86. And football Saturday for our Titletown teams. You got Boyle County playing at home. You got Danville at Marion County. Great weather for it, 86 and 63 is your high and low. Right now it's 7:48 in the morning, 57 degrees. Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August. And we're going to see what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment, the world of absolute weird. Those people so rich and famous, they're disassociated with reality. Good rule of thumb, celebrity does it, says it, or thinks it, you should do, say, and think the opposite. Here we go. All right, do you remember Anna Lynn McCord from the rebooted 90210? I don't, but she just announced that she and her boyfriend, Danny Cipriani, got married over the weekend. Danny's a former rugby star, and together the two of them are worth about $8 million. And yet they crowdfunded their wedding. Last month, they set up an account at honeyfund.com, which is kind of like GoFundMe for people who are getting married. It's a good way to let your guests know you'd rather have money than, say, a toaster or a set of dishes. But anyone can donate, not just invited guests, and people did. The campaign raised $14,200 for these two celebrities' weddings. And Annie Lynn and Danny both said they got hatred and death threats because of this. She says, quote, I was told I was despicable, that I was trying to extort money from my wedding guests. People actually donated $10 towards the wedding so they could write on the site that Danny and I were disgusting. So people donated, and then it gave them the ability to write, like, usually it's like, hey, congrats on the wedding, whatever. No, they were writing, I can't stand you, and I hate your guts, and stuff like that. All right, Gene Simmons just turned 77 years old, but even at his age, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who likes to ask permission for anything. Yet if he ever wants to bring Kiss back from the dead, it's exactly what he's going to have to do. He says, quote, Kiss was actually sold, the makeup and the tunes and the publishing and all that, for a lot of money to a great company called Pop House. Kiss cannot play without Pop House's permission because they own the makeup and everything. Kiss played their last show on December 2nd of 2023, but that doesn't mean they're disappearing into history. Gene says there's a biopic that's being cast as we speak, plus the Avatar show that's already in the works. He also mentioned possible cartoon shows, and then maybe a theme park. Take that, Dollywood. And we'd recommend you get the advice of your physician before you follow Benny Blanco's diet advice. The mega producer and podcaster went on a pizza-only diet for 5 straight days to prove that you can lose weight eating literally anything. The results? He dropped almost 5 pounds over 5 days. Last week, he said on TikTok, quote, I'm going to eat 1 pizza a day and lose weight. My pizza of choice, 1 large thin crust from Domino's. Showing a small slice of the pizza, he joked, quote, like, how is this supposed to last me a whole day? This is 1/16 of everything I can eat today. By day 3, he shared he was tired of pizza. By day 5, I don't even remember who I am as a human being, like what was life before pizza. He gave the end results on TikTok. You see that? 147.5. I just lost 4.7 pounds in 5 days eating only pizza. He says nothing matters. Do whatever you want. Benny Blanco ate nothing but pizza for a week and lost weight. Kiss needs permission to perform, and Anna Lynn McCord and her husband are worth millions, but they crowdfunded their own wedding. That's what's going on out west in Hollywood. The showbiz segment, the world of absolute weird. Hey, a tourist was shocked when an Italian server instructed a chef to spit in her food. So she's touring Italy, looks up, the chef has instructed a server spit in this person's food. That, of course, would shock anybody, not just this person. I would be shocked as well.
Hungry? Want to munch on a little something extra? Then come to the Spitoni Italian Grill. We have all sorts of dishes that have a little something special added to the food. You'll love our pasta dishes, like spittuccini Alfredo or spaghetti carbahatui. And try our chicken hakalugi or the spitmoni for dessert. Delicious. You there, what would you like to eat?
I'll have the... What are you doing?
I'm preparing the secret ingredient.
Wait a second. You're not planning on spitting in the food, are you? That's not an answer.
Isn't it though? The Spitoni Italian Grill. See you soon.
Hey, did you see the new Disney and NFL collection? They just launched yesterday shirts where they partnered each NFL team with a Disney character or some sort of Disney movie reference. All 32 teams in the National Football League they got partnered. So, and looking at this, one of my friends sent me the Atlanta Falcons. They're partnered with Star Wars and the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon is not just iconic, it's a fan favorite, much like it's not Atlanta Falcons, it's Atlanta Falcons. Much like Falcons fans, it has built a passionate and cross-generational following that sticks with it through every twist, turn, and, yes, unexpected journey like blowing huge Super Bowl leads. So the Atlanta Falcons, my favorite team, they're partnered with Star Wars, and so there's a Millennium Falcon on the front of the shirt, and it says Atlanta Falcons on there. So I'm trying to see who the Bengals are partnered with. Let me go up to the AFC North. All right, Cincinnati Bengals fans. Shere Khan, which is the tiger from the Jungle Book, right? Makes sense. Stripes, swagger, and an apex predator energy. Cincinnati Bengals fans, Disney's pick is Shere Khan. For the Browns, if you're a Browns fan like Radio Rick is, Cleveland Browns fans got partnered with Pluto, loyal and always ready to tussle when necessary, much like the Dog Pound, which they call the most faithful and passionate of Browns fans there at their stadium, the Dog Pound. You got a shirt or a sweatshirt with Pluto on the front of it. You can actually get these. You can buy these shirts online right now. Disney and the NFL partnering with, I think, Champion as well, making the shirts. And they partnered each team with a Disney character. Pretty cool. 7:55 in the morning. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll see what's going on as we end this 7 o'clock in the morning hour. What days we're celebrating. I mentioned it's Banana Split Day today. August 25th, National Banana Split Day. We'll look more into that after this.
Running a business isn't easy, and if you want to reach new customers, you've got to get your message out. Hi, I'm Don, and here are some marketing fast facts to help you grow your business. So, do you know which media dominates the marketplace? It's radio. Radio is the #1 mass reach media. 93% of the population listens to radio. Radio reaches more people than TV, Google, Facebook, Twitter, or Yellow Pages. Also, radio dominates in the car. Potential customers don't surf the internet, watch TV, or read it while driving. Radio reaches consumers as they travel to stores to make shopping decisions. You know, no other media can make that claim. And radio has the strongest ROI of any other media. Radio has an average ROI of $10 of incremental sales for every dollar spent. Your dollars work harder with radio. So, where do you start? Call us today and find out how radio can help grow your business.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to AdvertiseCentralKentucky.com. That's AdvertiseCentralKentucky.com.
Don't be a dirty driver. You can shine on and drive on with a clean vehicle from the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road. The original Thoroughbred Car Wash has 6 self-service bays and 8 vacuums and a touchless automatic wash that washes, waxes, and blow dries for the spotless spotless wash that you'll be proud of. Find the original Thoroughbred Car Wash in Danville on Perryville Road, just down from Big Lots. Open 7 days a week for your convenience.
Hit the trails with Danville Bike and Footwear. From summer adventures to daily rides, they'll help you find the perfect bike to match your goals. Choose from Specialized, Trek, Kona, or check out Aventon e-bikes. And they do. Yes, they do have kids' bikes too. No matter what your age or skill level, make Danville Bike and Footwear your destination to get moving on two wheels. Come test ride your next bike today at Danville Bike and Footwear, 417 West Main Street in downtown Danville.
The Danville Mailing Center makes shipping easy. UPS, FedEx, DHL, U.S. Postal Service. Let them find the fastest or most economical way. They'll even pack it up. It's the no-hassle way to ship. The Danville Mailing Center on Jane Trail across from McDonald's. Ask for your $3 discount.
We love NASCAR. Catch the races here on WHIR AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
Melton's Deli in Danville, the place to go for a sandwich for lunch a little bit later on this afternoon as they open up for lunch. Melton's Deli in Danville. Let's take a look at the menu and pick out a sandwich for lunch here on this Tuesday afternoon. How's the Colonel Chicken sound this afternoon? Well, this morning for this afternoon, all-natural grilled chicken breast, 2 slices of provolone, leave me alone cheese, crisp bacon, lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise on a toasted onion bun. Colonel Chicken. It's number 9 of the Melton's Daily Menu, 247 East Main and 995 Ben Ally Drive. Tell them you heard him this morning on the Joe Show. You want to try out the Colonel Chicken. All right, today is also August the 25th, National Banana Split Day. Today, we honor the banana split. My mom loves banana splits, and it's interesting to think about the birth of this iconic dessert. It was not born in an ice cream parlor. It was not born in like a candy company. It was actually born in a pharmacy. Back in 1904, there was a 23-year-old pharmacist apprentice named David Evan Strickler who enjoyed experimenting with these soda fountain sundaes in his free time. And he decided that he was going to put ice cream on top of a split banana. The dessert there in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, caught just wildfire with the college crowd there. It became so popular that they actually decided to charge double for a banana split. For a normal sundae, it was 5 cents, but they did banana splits. It was 10 cents. Didn't matter. People loved them. Back in 1904, the birth of the banana split. National Banana Split Day today on The Joe Show. It's 8 o'clock.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock. NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. South Carolina headlines the list of states holding primaries today. That's where President Trump-backed Republican Senator Darlene Graham is facing Congressman Ralph Norman in the state's Republican Senate primary runoff. The special Senate primary came after the sudden death of Graham's brother, Senator Lindsey Graham. The U.S. and Canada are in the midst of a full-blown trade war. President Trump says tariffs on imports of cars, trucks, and auto parts from Canada will increase to 50% starting January 1st, 2027, after talks between the two countries broke down. Meanwhile, Canada announced retaliatory tariffs on some U.S. goods will start September 8th. 2 acclaimed Cuban musicians are facing deportation after being detained by ICE. In Miami, Natalie Rodriguez.
39-year-old Latin Grammy-winning percussionist Degnis Bofill was taken into federal custody at Miami International Airport, while pianist 30-year-old Andy Garcia Palacios was arrested during an immigration appointment in Los Angeles. The South Florida artistic community is actively rallying support, with legendary jazz icon Chucho Valdez publicly pleading for their swift release. Attorneys confirm both artists have active asylum claims pending. Natalie Rodriguez, Miami.
Firefighters are starting to get control over the 15,000-acre Hawk Fire near Reno, Nevada. The fire, which started Saturday, has destroyed more than 30 homes and forced thousands to evacuate. Chief Richard Edwards says the Truckee Meadows Fire Protection District announced a reduction in evacuations.
Right now, within the incident, we have 23,000 people that are under a go-now evacuation, and 40,000 under Get Set. So those numbers have considerably been reduced.
Before the opening bell, stock futures are on the rise. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
You may have been born to be wild, but you weren't born to be dead from a needless motorcycle crash. So when you're even just a little impaired, you do not get your motor running. You do not head out on the highway. What you do is get a ride from a sober friend, a taxi or rideshare service, or public transportation. Because you may be looking for adventure, but you're not looking for trouble. Please ride sober. Paid with funds through the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Have you heard? Affordable health care is better than ever. And right now there are more carriers and plans to choose from. If you're between 18 and 64 years old with a household income of $25,000 or less, this message is for you. Right now the government's Affordable Care Act is available for individual and family health coverage plans with little or no cost to you. Don't gamble with your health. Call Healthcare for All at 800-373-8780. That's 800-373-8780.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott is asking a federal judge to reject an effort by Minnesota to force the extradition of an ICE officer arrested in the Lone Star State. Christian Castro was arrested in Cameron County on May 29th on a warrant issued by a Minnesota court in connection with the shooting of a Venezuelan man. People awaiting extradition in Texas can't be held longer than 90 days, which in Castro's case means Thursday of this week. Minnesota is seeking a court order to hold him beyond Thursday to keep him from possibly fleeing. A hearing regarding Minnesota's request is scheduled for today. Issues continue regarding a former Miss North Carolina and the pageant she participated in. More from Thomas Cage.
Brittany Boldenhouse is suing the Miss USA pageant. The former Miss North Carolina claims she was stripped of her crown over her conservative beliefs and was then accused of being a racist. She was dethroned earlier this year after old social media posts containing racial slurs and controversial political content were found online. The lawsuit sues the Miss USA organization, CEO Tom Broder, and the operators of the pageant for defamation and civil conspiracy, citing the social media posts as cover for taking the title she won.
The investigation continues after at least 3 people were caught on camera climbing out of a manhole near Penn Station in New York City last week. More from Natalie Migliori.
Detectives are learning about scavenger culture in places like Venezuela and believe the suspects are migrants searching for anything valuable that may be in New York City sewers. Detectives have caught up with some people in connection to other cases in Brooklyn and Queens, charging them with low-level crimes that were dismissed because they're first-time offenders or their prosecutions were declined.
Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry will reportedly announce today that Elon Musk's company SpaceX aims to build a multi-billion-dollar spaceport on the Louisiana coast. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Hello, I'm Adam Hopkins, Security Officer at Farmers National Bank. Look out for scam emails that ask you to give your bank account or your debit card number. These emails can be made to look like they are from a legitimate company. When in doubt, contact your bank or just delete.
Good morning to you. Tuesday, August the 25th, the day where we get sunshine, beautiful week in store for us. 82 and 60 the high and low. We got a forecast coming your way. We got news coming your way. We got the Boyle County Public Library as well. Coming up next. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes EMS Director Mike Rogers. Parks and Rec Director Tommy Barton will update the skate park project and updates from the Boyle County Extension Office and Boyle County Public Library. It's today at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. Danville Christian Academy returned back to school yesterday, as did the University of Kentucky. UK officials say they believe this year will set a record for enrollment. UK's Vice President for Student Success, Kristen Turner, said they were at 38,000 students last year, and they look to be north of that this year. Mark down September 2nd on your calendar. The Kentucky Blood Center is encouraging area residents to donate blood during the Danville Blood Drive. It'll happen from 10:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the evening that day at the Boyle County Public Library. The Kentucky Blood Center says they're in desperate need of donations as blood collections decline this summer because of travel season, the absence of school blood drives, and periods of heat that discourage donors from coming out. You can schedule your appointment for that blood drive by going to the Kentucky Blood Center website. President Donald Trump's administration plans to increase beef imports, and now the Kentucky Farm Bureau is speaking out on it. Kentucky Farm Bureau President Eddie Melton said the plan comes at a, quote, challenging time for Kentucky cattle producers. Melton said the Bureau is encouraging the administration to reconsider its approach. And nice weather continues to hang around with us all week long. Our final full week of August will see temperatures feel more like mid-September. Morning lows will see the temperatures in the 50s, and highs will reach the upper 70s and low 80s. The best chance of rain looks to come Thursday, though it's not a widespread threat. I'm Joe Mathis.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Is your car in need of a shine? Keep it sparkling all month long with Safari Falls Car Wash. Visit our new location in Danville off the 127 bypass on Skywatch Drive. $22 per month. That's less than $1 a day from 7:30 a.m. until 8:30 p.m. Monday through Sundays, packages start at just $22 per month. That's less than $1 a day. For $22 a month, you will enjoy unlimited washing and keep your car looking brand new all month long.
Whether you have one car or a whole fleet, we've got a plan for you.
Need your property looking its best? Call Homescapes LLC, a trusted source for all your home, service, and property maintenance. We're licensed and fully insured, handling both residential and commercial properties with confidence. Lawn care and treatments, landscaping, excavation, construction, and tree trimming and removal. One call does it all. Call 859-613-9161. That's 859-613-9161. And let Homescapes LLC get the job done right.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, Little Riley Joe, I appreciate that so much. Brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Right by Our Insurance, your local independent insurance agency, proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Ask if auto owners make sense for you, calling Mark or Chris. They'll give you a free quote, 859-236-6686. What a great week of weather. Sunny and 82 the high today, 60 degrees and clear skies the low for tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 87 and 66. On Thursday, chance of rain showers. Mostly sunny, however, high of 87. Football Friday. Sunshine, 86. Lincoln and Garrett both play on Friday, and Mercer County does as well. Danville and Boyle are situated for Saturday. Danville is in Marion County, taking on Knox Central. Boyle is at home, taking on Bryan Station. And you get sunshine, 87 and 65. Right now, it's 8:09 in the morning, and we are going to the Boyle County Public Library and talking with Colleen. Good morning, Colleen. How are you?
Good morning, Joe. I'm well. How are you?
I'm great, Colleen. Doing
Good.
great. Appreciate you being on here this morning. What do we got going on at the Boyle County Public Library?
Well, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. The first thing I wanted to say is you mentioned the Delve into Danville, the new students arriving for center.
Yeah.
And we had about 250 of them come to the library on Saturday, and we made over 120 library cards, so we're really excited about that.
That's awesome. 120 new readers. The Boyle County Public Library, these are people now, Center College students that can come to the library and check out books.
Yes. Isn't that great?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. We were very excited about that.
Awesome.
So this week is a little bit slower on our regular programming, but Thursday we do have the old-time folk music jam at Grayson's Tavern at 5:30.
Okay.
And on Saturday we have a really interesting program from 1:30 to 3:30. It's called Mini Med School. The Kentucky Science Center will be here, and it's also sponsored by McDowell House. And there will be hands-on experiments, and they can do things like create snot, which should be fun, and look through microscopes and look at X-rays and all kinds of other things like that. So if you have any interest in that, it's the time to come.
Okay, what day is that?
It's Saturday from 1:30 to 3:30.
Okay, Saturday 1:30 to 3:30. Good deal.
If you want to make snots, yeah. And then I wanted to talk about a new service we're offering, which is called Story Stash, which is subscription boxes of books.
This looks cool. I see this on Facebook. This is really cool. Tell us about this.
Yeah. So people can, you see there's a link there, and you click that link, and you go in and you fill out all your information, including what you like to read and all of that stuff. And then you pick a delivery or pickup option. We can deliver it to you, or you can pick it up here. And then once a month, roughly, you pick your week. Like you want it on the first week of the month or the second or the third. You pick when it's best for you.
Okay.
And then we'll have it ready for you, and you'll get 2 books picked just for you by the librarians, and the box will also have some goodies in it.
Cool.
To like tea or snacks and things like that, bookmarks.
Yeah.
So Story Stash is for adults only right now, and you can pick up in Junction or Perryville as well as here.
Awesome. So basically, you may have like a genre or style of book that you like, and you're like, I don't know what else to pick out. This allows basically the librarians to pick out 2 books for you that they think that you may like, and something that you probably would never have thought of or considered, or maybe you did, but you haven't taken that leap yet. These could be 2 surprise books, and it may kind of lead you into a brand new author you've never known, or a style of book that you've never even thought of. So I like this idea. A lot of times we kind of get stuck in the same mindset, right? Like, imagine going to a restaurant, and you know what you like, but a friend recommends that you try this item this time because they like that. You need to try it out. Quit ordering the same thing at the restaurant. And so you go in, you order this new item at a restaurant, and your mind is blown because you never would have known it, and you never would have known it was good until a friend recommended it to you. It's basically like that, except for books.
100%, yes.
So Story Stash, yes, boylepublib.org/Story Stash, and sign up for this. And again, there's different pickup options for people in obviously Danville at the library, but Junction City and Perryville as well. This is limited, though, to the first 40 subscribers that do this.
Right. We want it. We're trying it out with 40 to make sure we can manage it on our end.
Right. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And also, you can put down, like, you don't have to know a lot. You can, if you don't know kind of what genres or you want to experiment, you could put that on there.
Okay.
There's a room for notes, and you can also just put, like, note recent books that you've read or books that you've read that you really liked, so they can get an idea of what you liked, even if it's a variety of different kinds of things.
Yeah. Personalized picks for busy readers. This is easy and stress-free. You tell them what you'd like to read. They surprise you with 2 choices with pickup and delivery options available at boylepublib.org/Story Stash, and you can sign up for this. Colleen, appreciate you being on. People have any questions, how can they get in touch with you all?
They can call us at 238-READ, 238-7323, or they can visit our website, boylepublib.org, or find us on Facebook.
There you go. Colleen, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday morning, September the 1st, okay?
Yes, sir.
All righty.
I'll see you then.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
That's Colleen, Boyle County Public Library. It's 8:15 in the morning. We got sports. It's coming your way next. And then Randy Graham is ready. He's in the on-deck circle. He's being called up to hit. Will he knock it out of the park with a grand slam? We'll find out next with Randyisms.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky High School Athletic Association Commissioner Julian Tackett is retiring from his position later this school year. Tackett has worked for the KHSAA since 1984 when he was hired as the Sports Information Director. He's been the commissioner since 2010. The organization also announced the retirement of Assistant Commissioner Butch Cope, who's leaving the KHSAA after 32 years with them. Hometown Radio brings you the second week of high school football this weekend. Friday night, Mercer County entertains Campbellsville at 7:30 on WHBN, and Garrett County will host Estill County around 8 o'clock on Z105. Saturday evening at 5:30, Danville takes on Knox Central at Marion County on WHIR, and Boyle County faces Bryan Station around 8 o'clock in the Rebel Bowl on Z105. In Major League Baseball last night, San Francisco knocked out Cincinnati star pitcher Chase Burns in the 4th inning as the Giants shut out the Reds 5-0. Burns has lost 2 of his last 3 starts. It's the 14th time this year that they've been shut out. Elsewhere, Cal Raleigh homered 3 times as the Mariners downed the Phillies 9-2. It was the Guardians 4, Angels 2, Rangers 11, White Sox 2, Cubs 7, Diamondbacks nothing, and the Pirates 3, Padres 2 in 12 innings. Other winners were the Nationals, Rays, Red Sox, and Twins. Boys high school soccer last night, Garrett County downed Casey County 4-2, and girls action, Lexington Catholic blanked Mercer County 10-0. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
This Steve Bertram Sports Report is the service of John Funkhauser, Johnson Pullman Insurance.
The right health insurance coverage is vital and can be very complicated, including Medicare and group insurance. This is John Funkhauser. I can make it easy for you to understand, having specialized in health insurance for over 30 years. At Johnson Pullman, we are an independent agency. We can shop all the different chamber plans and numerous Medicare companies for the right coverage and best savings. Give me, John Funkhauser, a call at 859-955-4924. I look forward to ensuring your future.
Local high school football at Hometown Radio Network.
This is Gary True, voice of the Mercer County Football Titan. Listen to every game on WHBN.
This is Scott Boland, voice of the Garrett County Golden Lions. Hear the games on Z105.
This is Gunnar Floyd, voice of the Danville Admirals. Listen to every Danville Admiral football game on WHIR.
This is Steve Bertram inviting you to join us for Boyle County High School football on Z105.
All games streamed live at HometownLive.net.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
Rayleigh Joe, thank you for that. Brought to you by Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville. Convenience, stay in your car, drive-through, complete diabetes shop. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7. They're open Saturdays as well, 9 to 5. Good Neighbor Pharmacy, they're behind Cracker Barrel. Sunshine, 82 degrees is your high. Hello tonight, 60. Sunshine, 87 tomorrow. Thursday, mostly sunny, 87 is the high. Friday, sunshine, 86. 8:18 in the morning right now. It's 56 degrees. Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August. And happy to have you aboard the Joe Show this morning. And Randy Graham is happy to talk to you as well. Randy Graham and Randyisms. These are the thoughts of Randy Graham, also known as Randy Graham's Thoughts. Take it away, Randy.
Good morning, Sir Joe in the Know, and what another great day it is to get up and get at 'em. Well, Joe, in our little world where the Danville Admirals and the Boyle County Rebels came back with victories this past weekend on the opening weekend of high school football, congratulations to them. In the continuing story of another and bigger world, former University of Kentucky basketball player Enos Cantor Freedom was kicked out of a WLNBA, or women's basketball game. Did you hear about this? You might say, don't you mean the WNBA? No, the WLNBA, the Women's Liberal National Basketball Association. But yeah, Enos Cantor Freedom, a legal immigrant from Turkey who was first just Enos Cantor before changing his last name to Freedom in his love for America after becoming a United States citizen, was put on the naughty list of the WLNBA, and who had previously been put on the naughty list by the now dictator of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, for him calling out his abuses in the country of his birth, who even threatened Cantor Freedom's parents of jail time if they didn't disown their son. By the way, he was also put on the naughty list of the NBA, being forced out because he called out the Chinese Communist government's use of slave labor by part of their Muslim community. Are you seeing a pattern here in coordination? Dictator of Turkey, Chinese Communist government, and the liberal kooks of the WLNBA who can't define what a woman is or will not. Yeah, the continuing story of another world, or a world turned upside down. But do you know what Cantor Freedom was kicked out for, Joe? For standing up and cheering for a three-point shot made by his friend Sophie Cunningham, who happened to play for the Indiana Fever in their game with the Chicago Sky. And, of course, wearing a T-shirt that had the definition of a woman taken from Webster's dictionary, which read, woman, a noun, adult human female. But his cheering prompted a player of the Chicago Sky to come down the court during a break and start going towards Freedom, yelling F-bombs, and saying that she, meaning Cunningham, is not going to be sleeping with him. Talking loony cuckoo, another world scenario. I mean, Joe, they're turning the WLNBA into a clown show. You know, the Women's Liberal National Basketball Association used to be subsidized for years by the men's NBA until a player by the name of Caitlin Clark, who is a biological female and the premier guard in the league, who happens to like men, which apparently puts her in the minority in the WNBA, or at least in the management's ideology. But Clark, resulting in a surge in viewership and sponsorship from television. And instead of embracing her popularity, an emotional fit of jealousy tried to ostracize her for being a straight white female who meaning she happens to like men. And the best guard in the league, but no, her own players rank her 19th. Why? Jealousy. No other doubt about it. I mean, talking the facts.
I think we need to take a step back and just, look at the facts. So if you don't know, you don't know. Okay, good.
Thank you, Boyle County Judge Executive, for emphasizing the importance of the facts and truth regarding what this segment is all about. But the lunacy of another world scenario of a league that cannot define who a woman is prompted Enos Kanter Freedom and another former first-round NBA draft pick by the name of Royce White to announce their intention to enter the WLNBA draft, hopefully forcing the league to define a woman, which they have yet to do, although now they have declared in a statement a couple of days ago that Kanter, Freedom, and Royce are ineligible for the WLNBA draft, which has opened them up for a strong legal challenge. You said, well, why would Kanter and Royce do such a thing? Well, I mean, sometimes when you mess with horse dung, you get some on your fingers. I mean, you got to step into the arena of this weirdo league in order to get the right things done, because they play by a different set of rules. Just like they allow Caitlin Cunningham to be knocked down to the floor without fouls being called. And in one weird scenario, when Caitlin Clark was forced out of bounds on a play, forcing her into the path of the referee, she lightly touched the official. And instead of calling a foul on the player that had pushed her out of bounds, they call a technical on Caitlin Clark. And Joe, I'm not making this stuff up. You know, the Bible warned of these times where good will be defined as bad and wrong defined as right. Yeah, our world turned upside down. Of course, there are during these times attempts of national normalcy, since the adults are now in charge in the White House, where in celebration of our 250th anniversary of being a country, they had the Grand Prix 250. Did you see this, Joe, in Washington, D.C.? A beautiful sight. But also this week in another clown show, Trump calls out Canada for being a bunch of clowns. They better start getting their act together for not accepting a trade deal that Trump and the United States offered, prompting a little tariff war, which in the continuing story, the liberal, along with a few on the right, like our own United States Senator Rand Paul, declaring that Trump's tariffs are unconstitutional and an attacks on the American public. Unconstitutional and attacks on the American public? And what makes it bad is one of our local politicians, a popular one who I happen to like, agree with Senator Rand Paul and posted it on social media, which received a lot of local comments in favor of Paul's position. Well, Joe, this needs a little education here, since this segment is about the truth and facts.
I think we need to take a step back and just, look at the facts. Okay, good.
Besides, if the study of math and sciences will give America a technological edge in the future, it'll be the study of history that'll keep that future free. So let's talk a little history and facts. First of all, United States Senator Rand Paul is a pure constitutionalist, simply meaning he believes in going back to the foundation of the original Constitution, which I'm in favor of as well. But Joe, it's like looking through that prism of truth. When you hold up a prism, depending on how you hold it and look through it, the colors change in the way we see perceptions. Did you know that it wasn't until 1913 with the 16th Amendment that we had an income tax? And people ask, well, then how did we run our government? Well, through tariffs. It was even discussed in the Federalist Papers. which are papers designed to help sell the Constitution on ratification when it was first written. I mean, even in our Declaration of Independence, it is written that he has sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. That was talking about the king sending tax collectors to eat out our incomes. So they set about tariffs in order to finance our federal government, which financed us until 1916, which was the biggest financial growth our country has ever seen. Corroborated in Federalist Paper number 12, written by Alexander Hamilton when selling the idea of ratifying the Constitution, and some were concerned about there being tax collectors out within the different colonies or states. Hamilton wrote, and I quote, "A unified system of duties collected by the federal government would rely on a few armed vessels," meaning ships, "effectively limiting revenue agents' operations to coastal areas like the East Coast," end of quote, because the government would be run by tariffs. Talking the facts.
I think we need to take a step back and just, look at the facts. Okay, good.
But yes, the United States Constitution explicitly grants Congress the power to levy these tariffs. Except Congress delegated part of that authority, yes, to the President. In the Reciprocal Trade Agreement Act of 1934, allowed the President to negotiate trade agreements and adjust tariffs without congressional approval. Did you know that? Then the Trade Expansion of 1962 expanded presidential authority to impose tariffs based on national security concerns. And the International Emergency Economic Powers Act permits the president to impose tariffs during declared national emergencies. So these are the powers that Trump is using that Congress has given the presidency to act on their behalf. So yeah, it's what Prism 1 is looking through, correct? No, it's not a tax on the American people. It's protection of our manufacturers and products they produce with other countries. Now, if American business chooses to purchase their products or from the manufacturers to other countries, then they will, yes, naturally have to pass through any additional tariff costs on the products they purchase from foreign countries. But that's a choice by the American merchant or business in choosing foreign products over American-made products. See how this works? I mean, something you'll hear here, but you won't hear anywhere else, but something you can take to the bank. It is industry that creates wealth and businesses that circulate it. And I will repeat, since repetition's the mother of learning and father of knowledge, it is industry that creates the wealth, and it is businesses that circulate it. And tariffs on other countries are not a tax on we the people. It is a choice by local merchants to purchase products made by a foreign country instead of American-made. That is the facts of the real world, and not another world that for the moment seems a world turned upside down.
Randy Graham, the thoughts of Randy Graham and Randyisms, Tuesdays and Thursdays right here on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. It is 8:29 in the morning. Coming up on our 8:30 bottom hour news here on WHIR Danville. We'll see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food at 8:40, and this state rock and roll, pop, and R&B at 8:50 this morning.
Looking to trade or purchase a new automobile? Check out Ray and Auto Sales in Lexington on New Circle Road. Needing help with financing? Get pre-approved with Capital One. When you're there, it's all about quality cars, unbeatable deals, and a name you can trust. That's Ray and Auto Sales. That's RAYYAN.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
An investigation is underway in Bullitt County after an elementary school bus carrying elementary students overturned in a crash. The incident occurred near Lebanon Junction and Wilson Creek Road, dispatching ambulances from 3 separate counties to the scene. 8 students and the driver were rushed to area hospitals with minor injuries, prompting Governor Andy Beshear to call for statewide prayers on social media while investigators determine what caused the bus to roll over. In Warren County, schools are welcoming a new safety asset as Rocky, the 16-month-old Labrador, begins patrolling corridors. Rocky is the first vapor wake surveillance dog to work in a Kentucky school system, specifically trained to sense ammunition and firearms in moving crowds of people. Handlers at the sheriff's office compare Rocky to a standby fire extinguisher, acting as a deterrent layer of protection for students. And in Lexington, the Fayette County Board of Education has commenced its state-mandated search for a permanent superintendent. Officials are launching launching nominations for the Superintendent Screening Committee, an advisory board constituted of certified teachers, parents, and classified staff elected by their peers. Peer voting will be conducted online in September as officials target a goal starting date of July 2027. Statewide cattle producers are condemning President Trump's recent decision to allow 300,000 metric tons of tariff-free foreign beef into American markets. The Kentucky Cattlemen's Association called the timing completely out of touch, while state farmers warn it's a short-term political move to lower grocery prices near the midterms. And drivers in Hart County face extended traffic delays through September as resurfacing projects constrict lanes. Paving crews from Scotty's Contracting will deploy heavy machinery across the entire width of Flat Rock and Cave Hill roads, requiring commuters to detour. I'm Travis Laird.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store. Live.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Ready for a fast, safe, and easy way to send your share of the rent money? Put your feet up, because with Zelle, you can send your monthly amount from the comfort of your couch. Zelle is conveniently found in your Farmers National Bank online or mobile banking account, and it's available now. Ask a Farmers National Bank representative for more information. Available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. Farmers National Bank. Member FDIC.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes EMS Director Mike Rogers. Parks and Rec Director Tommy Barton will update the skate park project and tax rate updates in the Boyle County Extension Office and Boyle County Public Library. It's today at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. Danville Christian Academy returned back to school yesterday, as did the University of Kentucky. UK officials say they believe this year will set a record for enrollment. UK's Vice President for Student Success, Kristen Turner, said they were at 38,000 students last year, and they look to be north of that this year. Mark down September 2nd on your calendar. The Kentucky Blood Center is encouraging area residents to donate blood during the Danville Blood Drive. It'll happen from 10:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the evening that day at the Boyle County Public Library. The Kentucky Blood Center says they're in desperate need of donations as blood collections decline this summer because of travel season, the absence of school blood drives, and periods of heat that discourage donors from coming out. You can schedule your appointment for that blood drive by going to the Kentucky Blood Center website. President Donald Trump's administration plans to increase beef imports, and now the Kentucky Farm Bureau is speaking out on it. Kentucky Farm Bureau President Eddie Melton said the plan comes at a, quote, challenging time for Kentucky cattle producers. Melton said the Bureau is encouraging the administration to reconsider its approach. And nice weather continues to hang around with us all week long. Our final full week of August will see temperatures feel more like mid-September. Morning lows will see the temperatures in the 50s, and highs will reach the upper 70s and low 80s. The best chance of rain looks to come Thursday, though it's not a widespread threat. I'm Joe Mathis.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day.
ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Hey folks, Willie Baker here, Baker Auctions, and boy do we have a lineup of fall auctions coming your way. First up is our fall consignment auction. Now that's Saturday, September 5th, 9 a.m. live on site at Baker Auction Center in Junction City, or you can bid online at bidbaker.com. We will be accepting consignments through Friday, August 28th. Check out these great auctions and more at bidbaker.com, and don't forget, get more for your acre. Call Willie Baker, 855-858-SOLD. That's 855-858-7653.
Discover the power of radio. If you're a business owner and you want to reach new customers, you should consider radio. There are always new customers out there, whether it's from new families moving into the area, changing income levels, lifestyles, or buying habits. To reach that new business, first, they need to know you're there. Discover the power of radio.
Promote your business to thousands of potential customers every week. To learn more, go online to advertisecentralkentucky.com. That's advertisecentralkentucky.com.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, Rayleigh. Brought to you by Morning Point in Danville. They have the Lantern with 2 levels of memory care for early and latter stages of Alzheimer's and dementia. Information is online. Facebook, Morning Point of Danville. Sunshine, 82 is the high, 60 the low. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 87 a high, 66 a low. Thursday, mostly sunny, 87. Small chance of rain showers. On Friday, sunshine, 86. It's 8:30 in the morning right now. 58 degrees, Tuesday, the 25th day of the month of August, and it's Pimmy time. What's up, Pimmy?
Hi, I'm Pim the Stewart Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. The tradition of wearing the wedding ring on the 4th finger of the left hand started with the ancient Egyptians. They believed a vein ran from that finger directly to the heart. And does it? I have no idea, but it is a romantic thought. For some couples, wedding rings are not the most important element of a wedding. But for many, weeks are spent wandering through jewelry stores and lingering at store windows. Some rings are too tacky, too formal, too boring, too this, too that. You may have an exact idea of the ring you want, or you might not have a clue. If that's the case, shop around until you find a ring you love so much that you can't imagine anyone but you wearing it. Before you begin shopping, educate yourself by reading books on jewelry, searching websites for information, and asking friends for their tips and advice. www.bridaltips.com has a terrifically detailed primer on buying engagement and wedding rings. Say you've searched for weeks or months and still can't find the perfect wedding ring. Don't lose hope. You can always have a ring made for you. If you're looking for a reputable jewelry designer, do some research online or visit a bridal boutique for recommendations or ask around. My love note, consider having the inside of your rings engraved with your wedding date, your names, a favorite saying, or anything that makes your rings unique to you.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text SPARK to 215215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text SPARK to 215215. That's SPARK to 215215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way. Right here on the Happy Station, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on AM 1230 and FM 103.9.
going out of town, or anywhere in the world. Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net.
Hey, 8:41 in the morning. Did you see this? I saw this online. A Chinese robot, like a humanoid robot, runs upright like a human, broke Usain Bolt's 100-meter dash record at the World Humanoid Robot Games. Thing was getting it down the straightaway, 100-meter dash, and this robot broke the world record by Usain Bolt.
Coming up, it's the 2026 World Humanoid Robot Games.
And the foot race bot model 42642BN46 is gaining on the foot race bot model 684444344. And here comes the foot race bot model 79BA555A5R4SS.
You don't want to miss as these humanoid robots compete against each other to find out who is the greatest humanoid robot of all.
Had a very touching backstory from model 79BA555AR55. He was actually raised in a data center outside of Ohio, where he was eventually transferred to a different data center in Missouri, where he had big dreams of being an athlete. Touching stuff. If he had the capacity to sleep and dream, this would definitely be an instance where his dream came true.
The 2026 World Humanoid Robot Games.
And the model 79BA555AR55 was this close to being a toaster, but nope, here he is. Beautiful.
Don't miss it.
Let's see what's going on in Grub Gab, the world of food, where you can always and unequivocally just eat it right here on the Joe Show. All right, let's go to Sonic. Sonic, the New York Times recently called banana the food flavor of the year. And here we are again, National Banana Split Day. And Sonic is jumping on the bandwagon with the introduction of the new banana collection featuring 4 drinks. Here's a look at the new beverages. Banana Pudding Shake, a returning item. This frozen treat features banana pudding flavored soft serve blended with vanilla wafer cookie crumbs and a top of more vanilla wafer cookie crumbles and a cherry. That sounds really good. Banana Pudding Shake. The Banana Pudding Blast, a banana pudding flavored soft serve blended with vanilla wafer cookie crumbles and topped with more of the same crumbles. The Banana Dirty Dr. Pepper. So check this out. A combination of Dr. Pepper with the flavor of cream and real banana, and the Banana Pudding Cream Slush, vanilla soft serve blended with icy banana pudding slush. The chief marketing officer at Sonic, his name is Ryan Dickerson, he said, quote, banana has quickly become one of the talked about flavors, and Sonic is putting its own spin on the trend in a way only we can. From the return of our beloved banana pudding shake to new trends like Banana Dirty Dr. Pepper, this lineup brings together nostalgic favorites and new innovation that taps into guests' growing appetite for fruit-forward flavors. The new Sonic Banana Collection available now at participating locations. Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, has just announced the introduction of a new ranch. It's called Hot Ranch, a blend of garlic and herb ranch dressing with the added heat of a mild chili pepper. Even bigger news is that the new sauce comes in a big cup format, twice the size of a typical KFC dip cup, which makes it easier to dip sandwiches, wings, or even fried chicken. A reviewer from All Recipes tested the new Hot Ranch on double crispy wings and tater wedges and reported a mild heat, about 3 or 4 out of 10 on the hotness scale, along with creamy cooling flavor of traditional ranch. The Hot Ranch Big Cup available now at participating locations nationwide. Wendy's is offering what it calls one of its biggest deals of the year with a 10-piece order of classic or spicy chicken nuggets for $1.99 starting yesterday on the app. To take advantage of the deal, fans must place an order through the Wendy's app and make any qualifying purchase to score a 10-piece order of classic or spicy nuggets for $1.99 with the app exclusive offer refreshing daily throughout the promotional period. The $1.99 nuggets deal available now through September 27th. Wendy's with a $1.99 10-piece nugget deal on any purchase. KFC has a new Hot Ranch Big Cup. Sonic introduces new banana collection with 4 drinks. You better believe it's Grub Gab, where you can always and unequivocally just eat it right here on The Joe Show. We dive into the world of music on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history coming your way next.
Hello, this is James David Sperlin. The Sperlin family is proud to be the owner of Prisoner Pruitt Sperlin Funeral Home in Danville. Our pledge to you is to offer the same compassionate, caring service that Prisoner Pruitt established in 1880.
The Sperlin family has many years' experience taking care of families like yours with the finest and most affordable services available. They're located on South 4th Street in Danville. Call 859-236-4343, 236-4343.
Preston Pruitt's Sperlin Funeral Home. Our family serving your family.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or two or three or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky High School Athletic Association Commissioner Julian Tackett is retiring from his position later this school year. Tackett has worked for the KHSAA since 1984 when he was hired as the Sports Information Director. He's been the commissioner since 2010. The organization also announced the retirement of Assistant Commissioner Butch Cope, who's leaving the KHSAA after 32 years with them. Hometown Radio brings you the second week of high school football this weekend. Friday night, Mercer County entertains Campbellsville at 7:30 on WHBN, and Garrett County will host Estill County around 8 o'clock on Z105. Saturday evening at 5:30, Danville takes on Knox Central at Marion County on WHIR, and Boyle County faces Bryan Station around 8 o'clock in the Rebel Bowl on Z105. In Major League Baseball last night, San Francisco knocked out Cincinnati star pitcher Chase Burns in the fourth inning as the Giants shut out the Reds 5-0. Burns has lost 2 of his last 3 starts. It's the 14th time this year that they've been shut out. Elsewhere, Cal Raleigh homered 3 times as the Mariners downed the Phillies 9-2. It was the Guardians 4, Angels 2, Rangers 11, White Sox 2, Cubs 7, Diamondbacks nothing, and the Pirates 3, Padres 2 in 12 innings. Other winners were the Nationals, Rays, Red Sox, and Twins. Boys high school soccer last night, Garrett County downed Casey County 4-2. And girls action, Lexington Catholic blanked Mercer County 10-0. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Brent Blevins, Public Health Director of the Boyle County Health Department with an important message. The American Cancer Society estimates that nearly 3,500 deaths per year in Kentucky can be attributed to lung cancer. Most people are aware that cigarette smoking may contribute to lung cancer, but are unaware of another serious lung cancer threat, radon. In fact, the Environmental Protection Agency states that prolonged exposure to elevated levels of radon gas is the second leading cause of lung cancer. Now, you may be asking yourself a few questions like, what is an elevated level of radon? Where does radon come from? Or, how can I tell if radon is in my home? Your Boyle County Health Department stands ready to answer your questions and help determine if your family may be at risk. Simply contact our environmental staff at 859-236-2053. The health of your family depends on it.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by.
Okay, Rayleigh, thank you for that. Coming your way, brought to you by Southern Heating and Cooling. Keeping your home cozy. As your comfort is their priority. Veteran owned, family operated, locally trusted. Come on, go online. SouthernHeatingCooling.com. 859-324-2770. Southern Heating and Cooling. On a high today of 82 and a low tonight of 60. 87 is the high tomorrow. On Thursday, chance of rain showers, 87. On Friday, sunshine, and 86 is the high. It's 8:51 in the morning. 57 degrees. James the gardener. Gardening with James. She's on here this morning.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
James the gardener.
What's going on, Joe Show?
Doing all right. What's going on with James this morning?
Oh, I'm loving this weather.
Oh, man. Perfect.
Man, I walked out this morning, I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is
great.
how you do it.
I mean, like, even in the evening hours, I got home last night from hosting the Dairy Queen show, the Pigskin Report, and a nice breeze.
Yeah.
So, like, it wasn't like it was overcast either. It was a great evening. I mean, this is, once you get to these early portion of fall these weeks, now it's going to get a little warmer, like 87's the high Saturday.
Right.
We're back in the low 90s early portion of next week, but these stretches of weather that you get, this is as good as it gets.
Yeah, because, this I'm like you, this time of the year, like, so, you start to feel a little bit of that fall kind of creep in, with lower temperatures under 90. Because when I got up this morning, I looked and it was like 50-something, I think.
Yeah, I've got 58 right now on mine. Let me see if that's up to date, but yeah.
But, so and this is a great time of the year. I mean, you can kind of take a breath. You've been battling the heat for the last, 2 months, 3 months, in the high 90s, 100 degrees. So so it's kind of nice to kind of be able to kind of pull back just a little bit. Want to give a shout out to the for the cookout that was for Saturday at the Recycle Center.
Yeah,
that's a nice little spot they've got now compared to when I was there.
Yeah,
they got a lot more space.
There's a lot. You could build an NBA-sized basketball court in that place.
Yes, you could.
Like, let's just go ahead and make a Danville team for the NBA expansion team here. We can just have it inside the recycling center.
That's right. And to include the fans.
I don't know where they park, but there's enough room for the fans in there too and the teams to play.
Yeah, and the next thing coming up, that I've been trying to get myself prepared for is the Day of Caring, which is coming up on September 15th. So, been trying to get that project, trying to figure out what needs to be done because I'll be at the McDowell House. And so we've already got, some plans for ever who shows up. And that's always a great time of the season, where businesses, small companies, they'll come out and they'll volunteer their time to help, help people out. So that's what I've been trying to get prepared for. I talked to Stephanie Blevins the other day, and she's really excited about it. So, so that's kind of where we're heading, into that part of the season. It's the second half of the season, because I'm still hoping for some rain, in there somewhere along the line. Because we got to have some rain, because people are still growing food and still growing flowers. So, just kind of. It's not the time to take your foot off the brake just yet because there's still a lot to do when it comes to your garden. And as I was saying, must have been Saturday, this time it's a warning that the season is getting ready to cool off. Mm-hmm. And there's home projects that need to be done to prepare for.
I hope Rebecca's not listening.
Home projects that need to be done to get ready for the first frost and the whole, all those different things. So season's changing up a little bit. So, let's not take the foot off the brake just yet. So let's get ready for a new season and try to enjoy what's left of it.
Garden with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right here on The Joe Show on WHIR Danville News Talk Sports. Let's see what's gone on, James, on this date. August 25th, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. How's that sound?
Do it.
On this day, James, 1948, Danny Smythe was born. He was a drummer and a founding member of this group.
Give me a ticket for an aeroplane.
A group called the Box Tops had this big-time hit on the U.S. charts. The 1967 number one hit called The Letter, and the 1968 number two hit called Cry Like a Baby. He died July the 6th of 2016 at the age of 67. Danny Smythe would have had a birthday today. I don't like the way this sounds in my headset. It's like too much in my left ear, which means they recorded it in stereo. It's on two different tracks.
Right.
I don't know what was going. It's like the singing was all coming in my left ear, and the music was all coming in my right ear.
It's just the opposite on my side.
Is it okay?
I hear it on the right side
I
and
don't
music
like
on
this.
the left side.
I don't
Yeah.
like the way this. So I'm turning it down. I don't like the way that's mixed. On this date, 1949, happy birthday today, Israeli-born American musician Gene Simmons. Bass player and singer with a hard rock group Kiss. We mentioned earlier this morning in our World of Weird celebrity news that Kiss is now owned by like a music company. So if Kiss were to ever want to perform again, they have to get permission by this. They can't just go perform.
Yeah.
Because someone owns all the rights, their makeup, their music, all of that.
Right.
Happy birthday today, Gene Simmons. He is 77 years old today. By the way, if you're wondering, Gene Simmons is the one in Kiss with a long tongue.
Oh.
That's literally what it says here. Simmons is known for his long tongue.
About 6 inches long.
Imagine that's what you're known for. I mean, yeah, you're a rock and roll star, but you also, you got a long tongue.
Yeah.
Which one in Kiss is he? Oh, the guy whose tongue's real long.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, you can mop the floor, yeah.
Just open his mouth, tongue rolls out, mop the floor with that sucker.
That's right.
All right, on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, in the year 1962, this song went number one. Yeah, Little Eva.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I know you get to like it if
And Little Eva went number one with this song, The Locomotion. The Carole King and Jerry Goffin song was offered to D.D. Sharp of the Mashed Potatoes, who turned it down. The writers and then turned to their babysitter to record the song. That babysitter, Little Eva. On this date, 1962, she went number one with this one. Some things are just meant to be, right?
That's right. That's right.
come on, baby, jump back. Well, I think you
And that's what's gone on this date, rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. I have to use my phone now to navigate the website, because I've mentioned last week they just ruined the website. Just would ad after ad, pop-up ad after vid. I can't use it anymore. I have to use it on my phone. So I'm scrolling to see if I have enough time for the next one, but I don't. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Top Hour News is coming your way, and so is Dusty with a Kentucky Music Preview next.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. The U.S. and Canada are spiraling deeper into a trade war. President Trump says tariffs on imports of cars, trucks, and auto parts from Canada will increase to 50% starting January 1st, 2027, after talks between the two countries broke down. Trump said Canada has been ripping off the United States of America for years. Meanwhile, Canada announced retaliatory tariffs on some U.S. goods will start September 8th. Voters in 3 states head to the polls for primary elections today. In South Carolina, Republican Senator Darlene Graham is facing Congressman Ralph Norman in the state's Republican Senate primary runoff. Trump has spent plenty of political capital supporting Graham, including a rally for her in the Palmetto State on Friday. Meanwhile, there's also a House special election in Georgia and a Senate and governor runoff in Oklahoma. Testimony resumes today in the Lindsay Clancy triple murder trial underway in Massachusetts. In court yesterday, a prosecution expert said Clancy was depressed and suicidal when she killed her 3 children in 2023, and the judge moved to strike testimony about Catholic teachings and denied a defense request for a mistrial. Prosecution psychologist Kirk Heilbrunn testified that Clancy admitted to him that her intrusive thoughts were her own, not a male voice.
I asked her the question, when you were experiencing these thoughts, were they like your own thoughts or were they like auditory hallucinations? And she said they were like my own thoughts.
U.S. Army Secretary Dan Driscoll is stepping down. More from Matt Mattinson.
The Wall Street Journal reports it comes after months of tension between himself and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. His departure would leave the Army without a Senate-confirmed leader as the U.S. looks to wrap up its war against Iran that it began alongside Israel nearly 6 months ago.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza. For one weekend only. Experience the complete collections of the world's most sought-after bridal designers, Baraggio and Tacori, exclusively at Genesis Diamonds. During this special event, explore the entire Tacori collection, including hundreds of the latest styles, and save up to $5,000 on your engagement ring. American-made and handcrafted by master artisans in California. Tacori rings are known for their hidden details, unmatched quality, and timeless beauty. If every ring you've seen is starting to look the same, you're shopping in the wrong place. We're also bringing in a fresh selection of GIA-certified diamonds in every shape and size, direct from the cutters, so you can create your perfect ring from the ground up. Enjoy special event incentives, 0% interest financing, and up to $5,000 in savings. Genesis Diamonds, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Shelbyville Road Plaza. Don't just find a ring, find the one.
Virginians are voting on 3 constitutional amendments in 2026, including one on marriage equality. Joe Morano reports.
The proposed amendment looks to replace the 2006 ban on same-sex marriage in Virginia's Constitution with a definition of marriage as between 2 adults regardless of sex, gender, or race. Advocates say it would protect against potential federal reversals of marriage equality rights.
A triathlon coach is recovering from an injury after a brush with an alligator on the Savannah River in Georgia. Jonathan Bruni says he was leading an Ironman practice swim in Augusta, Georgia on Sunday when he encountered the alligator, which clamped onto his arm.
I just knew the eyes were what you should target. So just grabbed, put my hand on the snout, reached up, and then pushed my thumb into his eyeball, and he released.
Bruni says he instructed his team to return to the docks, where a triathlete who had been swimming behind Bruni managed to control the bleeding and get help. Bruni is recovering after getting stitches. He says he's been told to stay out of the water for 3 or 4 weeks, but plans to be back out there on race day. Los Angeles may soon have an alternative to jam-packed freeways and cramped public transportation. Rick Cassone with details.
One of LA's first air taxis was unveiled Monday at LA Live in downtown Los Angeles, where AEG and partner Archer Aviation plan to build a vertiport. The 4-passenger all-electric Midnight Air Taxi doesn't yet have FAA approval and was transported to the venue by truck. Archer wants to have its network of air taxis ready by the 2028 Olympics and was named the official air taxi provider of LA28 and Team USA last year. The downtown site would join SoFi Stadium, USC, and Hollywood Burbank Airport as part of a citywide air taxi network, according to Archer. The air taxis could replace a typical 90-minute drive with a 10 to 15-minute flight.
And the National Park Service celebrates 110 years today. So for parks that normally charge admission, you get in free. Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
One of the things I wanted and not gotten is arming the Iranian people themselves. If we were able to get arms into the hands of the Iranian people, this country would fall and fall quickly. And I know it's longer than what people have wanted, and sometimes that is the case. That doesn't mean that Donald Trump's philosophy, the Trump doctrine, has shifted or changed in any way. And that is no forever wars. This is not going to be a forever war. This is going to come to an end. We, in 71 days, are facing the most important midterm of our lifetime that is not hyperbole. Now, you might say, Hannity, I've been listening to you for years. You've said that before, and I have. But we've never had a situation this dire as we have now.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
I'm doing a quick customer satisfaction survey. 2 questions I have. 1, is your current wireless provider giving you 5-star service? 2, are you paying more than $34.99 a month for unlimited data? If you're paying too much for subpar service, you should make the switch to my cell phone provider, Pure Talk. Pure Talk, the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category in a recent survey. Coverage, support, value, data, all of it. And now for just a few more weeks, Pure Talk is offering unlimited data for just $15 a month for your first 3 months. After that, you get unlimited data as low as $34.99 a month. No contract to sign, cancel anytime, no risk to you. Make the switch. It's simple, fast, easy. Just dial pound 250 and say the keyword save now. Pound 250, keyword save now. Save a fortune for the exact same service from Pure Talk, America's wireless company.
Are you on your feet all day or dealing with shoes that just don't provide the right support? Danville Bike and Footwear is your destination for trusted shoe brands Brooks, Asics, Ultra, and Saucony, plus Power Step and Spinco insoles. Your feet need the right support, stability, and shock absorption for all-day comfort. Let the shoe specialist at Danville Bike and Footwear help you find the right shoe for your lifestyle. Stop by Danville Bike and Footwear at 417 West Main Street in downtown Danville next to City Hall.
Danville Lee's Famous Recipes been serving Central Kentucky with the best chicken since 1972. Enjoy your money-saving $6 meal. Choose from 2 famous strips with 2 pieces of our famous golden fried chicken, your favorite side, homestyle buttermilk biscuit, and drink, all at just $6. Or grab the 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece family meal with large shareable sides and a buttermilk biscuit. Call for expert caterers at 859-236-8777. It's Danville Lee's Famous Recipes, Southport. That's not just chicken, it's tradition.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court will have their regular scheduled meeting this morning. Among the items on the agenda includes EMS Director Mike Rogers, Parks and Rec Director Tommy Barton will update the skate park project, and tax rate updates from the Boyle County Extension Office and Boyle County Public Library. It's today at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Boyle County Courthouse. Danville Christian Academy returned back to school yesterday, as did the University of Kentucky. UK officials say they believe this year will set a record for enrollment. UK's Vice President for Student Success, Kristen Turner, said they were at 38,000 students last year, and they look to be north of that this year. Mark down September 2nd on your calendar. The Kentucky Blood Center is encouraging area residents to donate blood during the Danville Blood Drive. It'll happen from 10:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the evening that day at the Boyle County Public Library. The Kentucky Blood Center says they're in desperate need of donations as blood collections decline this summer because of travel season, the absence of school blood drives, and periods of heat that discourage donors from coming out. You can schedule your appointment for that blood drive by going to the Kentucky Blood Center website. President Donald Trump's administration plans to increase beef imports, and now the Kentucky Farm Bureau is speaking out on it. Kentucky Farm Bureau President Eddie Melton said the plan comes at a, quote, challenging time for Kentucky cattle producers. Melton said the Bureau is encouraging the administration to reconsider its approach. And nice weather continues to hang around with us all week long. Our final full week of August will see temperatures feel more like mid-September. Morning lows will see the temperatures in the 50s, and highs will reach the upper 70s and low 80s. The best chance of rain looks to come Thursday, though it's not a widespread threat. I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Thank you there, Little Rayleigh Joe. Appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends. They're over at Danville Auto Body Shop. Top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair. Head to the mechanics at Danville Auto Body Shop, 315 Dillahay. Get a free estimate, and they work with your insurance company. They fix water leaks, window motor repairs, hail damage, paintless dent repair, Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine, a high of 82. A low tonight, 60. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 87. Thursday, mostly sunny, 87. And Friday, sunshine, 86. Saturday, football Saturday for Danville and Boyle County. Both play Saturday evening, sunshine and a high of 87. It's 9:10 in the morning right now. And it is a Kentucky Music Preview Tuesday as Dusty joins us this morning here on The Joe Show. Good morning, Dusty. How are you?
Morning, Joe. How are you?
Doing good, Dusty. Doing good.
This one's not even working at all now. Or
Well,
is
the-
it
the
turned down
headset,
over there?
You said you were going to come in and start fusing wires together.
Yeah.
You should be on like a bomb diffusing team for Kentucky State Police. You think you could do that? Do you think you could defuse a bomb?
Well, actually, yeah, like a bomb squad type thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, if I had the proper instructions and stuff, like I find myself, because like
Well, they don't leave instructions with bombs, Dusty. You don't have the proper instructions. It's not like the guy who made the bomb is like, oh, here's the instruction manual to it. Hey, you got 30 minutes to figure it out.
Don't they leave it in the bag? Isn't that part of the game, right? No, like
not quite.
I find myself since I've been years of doing live sound, right? And it's always nerve-wracking because in live sound, all the mistakes are heard.
Right.
And if there's a problem, you got to fix it as quick as you can. You have to remain calm and think through the situation.
Right.
Which I've found I've only been, quote, I think what the kids say these days, shook, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've only been shook once or twice whenever
Okay.
I've been doing it.
Right.
And that was miscommunications on some parts. But so I think I have the nerves to, to sit over there and put on my big old bomb gear and walk in. But now they do it with drones and stuff, so I think it's probably a little easier, right?
Yeah.
It's
life's just a little easier.
Yeah. I mean, unless the caveat is that if you blow up the drone, then it comes out of your paycheck. Then that would make you
It might cost you a little extra, right?
A little bit nervous. Yeah. But other than that, I think I got a calm demeanor and
and you already work with wires and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can trace it. Yeah,
We got to get you in the Kentucky State Police Force, bomb squad.
Is that hazardous duty pay? Because I feel like they probably don't do it.
There should be some, right?
If you're defusing a bomb, that's got to be hazardous duty pay.
Right. And how often do they get called is the other thing. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Don't they send in the dogs first and they sniff it and they bark at it and then you send in the drone?
Dude, it's crazy what dogs can sniff now.
Right. Yeah.
Like they've
It's wild.
trained dogs to be able to sniff out. I saw this on WKYT USB flash drives now. So people who have bad images,
right,
and they're storing them on flash drives. The dogs can sniff out this certain chemical that's emitted from USB flash drives.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
wild.
the story was they were searching this guy's car. This is a true story. Over the last month, they're searching this guy's car, and they bring the dog in, and the dog, does his thing, sits down or whatever to notify the police handlers, hey, there's something in here.
Right.
And they rip off the door paneling, and here's all his stuff with USB flash drives inside the paneling of the door.
Right.
That's pretty wild.
And the dog sniffed it out. It's crazy what they can train dogs to sniff.
Yeah. That's pretty wild.
Don't they have some that like service dogs that can smell whether
When a seizure's coming
Yeah,
on.
when a seizure's coming on, or
Because your body emits this certain chemical, I guess, when it's getting ready to go into a
That's pretty
seizure
wild.
moment.
Yeah.
That is
We-
crap.
We don't deserve dogs. They're just
Dogs
so
are awesome.
Yeah, they're so great.
Yeah, and you can train them to do all that. See, it's different from cats.
Yeah.
You can't even train a cat to love you.
No.
You can't train a cat to do a thing.
No, they're just you're here to worship me, and that's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
They
right.
could care less.
They could.
All right, Dusty, what we got going on in music?
Music-wise, okay. Well, before we get to that, I had a reminder, and that popped up whenever I came in because I was like, should I talk about this? Because I think I came up with a conspiracy theory.
All right.
And so I want to put on your tinfoil hats.
Okay.
Okay. So we all know that there's been a change in the law for the driver situation in Kentucky, right?
Like school buses and stuff?
Like your permits and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. You can be 15 years old.
15.
And drive now.
And that's going to lead to some kids driving themselves to middle school.
Yeah, 8th graders. There are going to be some 8th graders that are going to be able to drive.
Who thought of that?
A 15-year-old.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who proposed that?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that,
At what
honestly.
point was somebody like, hey, here's some data. Here's some data
Well,
we have
I will
that
say,
proves that.
I will say this. I know that some elected officials, before they vote on something, will look or consider something, will look at neighboring states.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, and Daniel Elliott, if you're listening to me, please, if I'm incorrect.
Or Amanda Mays
Bledsoe.
Yeah.
But I remember talking with Daniel about this one morning. And Daniel, I think, said every other state around Kentucky allows 15-year-olds to drive except Kentucky.
Okay.
Like, we're the only one that doesn't. And so they look at data from other states, and they're like, well, if every other state does it, and you look at the numbers, it's not leading to more crashes or not leading to this or that.
So that's what I want to know. It's like, did they at least present data?
I'm assuming they probably did.
Because in my head, in my conspiracy head, what I think happened is that they were like, you know what? Our insurance is not enough yet. We need to pay some more.
Right?
How much more money can we make in insurance?
So you know what we're going to do?
Let 15-year-olds
15-year-olds drive. And nobody asked for it. Nobody wanted it except the insurance company, probably.
Right. Brian Bailey listening to us.
Okay.
Said it was always 15 in Illinois. He said he got his permit when he was 15 living up in Illinois, and that would have been years ago when Brian turned 15. I'm not calling Brian old, but he's older than us.
Okay.
I mean, it was years ago when we were 15.
Isn't Illinois just flat, though? Right?
I'm
pretty sure it's easy to drive if everything's just flat and straight and a nice
think
grid.
16 is almost too young to drive. Right, much less 15. So I kind of agree, Dust. I don't think there's a conspiracy.
I think there is. I want to see the money. Show me the money. Show me who the insurance people lobby to, right?
Right.
And then they would probably vote for yes for it.
Well,
because here's the other thing: did your insurance go up whenever you have to put on that driver?
I'm sure it does.
I'm pretty
and
sure.
Granted, it probably goes up at 16 as well. But now they get it a year earlier, and they get it a year longer,
and they get more money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly the point.
You think we can train dogs to sniff out conspiracy theories? Because I think we got one here.
I think we're just saturated in corruption right now. That
We just assume the worst.
Yeah.
There's got to be some story behind everything that's happening.
And so
now, I started driving a old farm truck at 13.
Right.
Little 4-speed, 3-speed in the column, the whole 9 yards.
3 in the tree.
Back in the day, James, I've heard stories of my great uncle's driving as an 11-year-old to downtown, through downtown Atlanta to a gas station to buy cigarettes for their dad. And they would just sell them to an 11-year-old. Okay, here's your cigarettes. Go drive back home, 11-year-old.
Yeah.
My dad,
crazy.
My dad tells a story where my grandfather bought a new car, right? Mm-hmm. And so he took my dad, who at the time I think was 11 or 12, and they went down, and my grandfather drove the new car back home, and then my dad drove the car back home.
Somebody had to drive it home.
Yeah, exactly.
How old was he?
11 or 12.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just that's just how life was.
It's back in the day.
But
back in the good old days. Now you have to have a subscription to drive it.
But the other thing is that you just didn't. They just didn't throw you in the truck, and say, "Hey, drive this."
Yeah.
They
were
gave
teaching you
a lesson.
They were teaching.
Hey, here's how you do this. Here's how you stop it. Here's how you change gears, so on and so on. So, but a 15-year-old, I knew 15-year-olds who was driving everywhere in Danville and Lexington and Nicholasville back in the day, and didn't mean a thing.
Right. Yeah.
Here's a question.
Okay.
If a police officer wanted to, so let's say Jack turns 14.
Okay.
Or he's 14 and a half, and he's going to, at some point, be turning 14 and a half. Mm-hmm. Here he is. He's getting ready to get his license/permit at 15. Mm-hmm. We live next to a church, open parking lot. Let's say Jack is just driving, trying to get used to driving. He's 14 and a half years old.
Yeah. Right. You're in the parking lot.
Police officer pulls up.
Yeah.
And he sees, and he says, "Sir, let me see your license." I'm like, well, he's 14 and a half years old. Could they if they wanted to?
Yes, absolutely.
But how are you supposed to get better at it?
If
you can't just go in as a 15-year-old with no experience whatsoever.
Exactly.
And just, all right, I'm behind the wheel. Let me go down Houstonville Road now. You got to have experience.
Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo. Is that you get the actual steering wheel?
I guess my question more is
the NASCAR game where you actually do the Indy 500.
Would a police officer do that if they were having a bad day?
I think they have discretion.
Yeah,
right?
they do have discretion, yeah.
But there is a Bob Burgers episode where Tina is driving in the parking lot and then hits the only lamppost in the parking lot. It's like a slow motion. And then they have to call the insurance company. And they're like, well, who was driving? And then Tina can't lie and she just freaks out. Yeah. It's right. But
what do you got going on? All right,
my brother told me that there's 4 bomb techs for KSP right now.
For the entire state?
I think so. Well, I mean, how often do they get called? So I'm sure they just divide it up in quarters.
What if you get 2 in the same day, one in Paducah and one in Ashland?
Yeah, split it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
wonder
know.
if they're centered in the middle of the state. So that's less driving
I'm sure,
time.
KSP, they divided everything up in districts, just like football and everything else. So it's
but there's 13 posts, right?
Yeah, but I mean, bombs don't get called in that often. I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah, but even okay.
At least I hadn't heard anyway.
But you don't even call the bomb squad until like later, right? Like the bomb tech is like your last thing that you call. Like you call in the dog first, the K9 unit.
I guess it makes sense.
It could just be a sack full of hot dogs or something like that.
The dog would love that.
Exactly.
The dog would go crazy over that bomb.
Got him.
James is over here coughing a lung up.
All right, music-wise, we got a lot of stuff going on. Let's see, what is today? Today is the 25th.
Sack full of hot dogs.
I mean, you've never seen those movies where like they strap the hot dogs to themselves and it looks like sticks of dynamite?
Right.
Yeah, it's like no.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, do I just watch different movies?
Yeah. No, I'm going to
fair.
go ahead and say I've never seen a movie where a guy straps hot dogs to himself and says they're dynamite.
All right, well, we'll Google it. I'm sure it happens.
But I can imagine it.
All right. You got the Kentucky State Fair going on, which I saw that a horse got electrocuted there at the Kentucky State Fair. Like KSP's investigating it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it die?
I think so.
Oh.
And how does that happen? Wow. Like, that is wild, right? Did it chew on a cord?
Yeah, I wonder maybe if there was like an electric fence set up and it wasn't grounded correctly or something, and he was chewing and touched it or chewed through it or something.
Well, my brothers told me one time to pee on one, and I didn't die, but I learned my
Did
lesson.
you feel it?
Huh?
Did you feel it?
Yes.
Come right back to you.
Yeah. Water does, or electricity does flow through water.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I've never done that before, but you have,
Well,
so
yeah.
I've got to.
Your brothers, I guess, were nicer to you.
Oh, we were never around electric fences as a kid.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
And lived on Meadow Lane in Danville, like no one's setting up electric fences next door to us.
None at all.
No.
That's right.
All right. Well, if you want to go see Andrew Lee, he's going to be at Tin Roof tonight. That'll be fun. The Wood Brothers, which is an excellent group, they're going to be at the Lexington Opera House tonight. I wish I had time to go see that, but we have soccer practice every day, all day for the rest of my life. TVLO will be at the Maybelt's Fate in Louisville, which I guess is just another random place in
We got
Louisville.
so many on every corner in Louisville.
Right.
It's another music venue.
Necrotic Wasteland will be at Portal in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
That's definitely a metal band. If they sing folk music, this is the wrong font for them.
Is it the drippy font?
Yeah, just a little bit.
The
Yep.
blood drippy font?
Dallas Toller Wade will be also playing at Portal, which is happening tonight as well. Let's see. Lancaster's own Alex Miller will be at the Kentucky State Fair. He's going to be playing tomorrow night.
Cool.
If you want to go check out old Alex Miller. So that would be a good show for sure. Happy for him to see him at the State Fair. That's
It's been
good.
like 6 years now since he was on American Idol.
Yeah, he's still kicking it
I mean, like
around,
time,
man.
yeah. I mean, he's doing great.
Yeah.
Alyssa Ray was on there too. Remember
Yeah,
they were on the
yeah,
same
yeah.
American
The
Idol.
Pairville. Yeah, Alyssa Ray. Yeah.
And it's been like 5 or 6 years now since then.
Yeah.
So they're doing good things.
I wonder if American Idol's still getting their kick though. Like, right?
What do you mean?
It's like, hey, you booked this show, we want our cut.
You think so?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. Right again,
Wow,
follow the money.
Yeah,
follow
I've never
the
thought
money.
of that. You got famous because of this, so every time you book a show, you owe us 10% or something like that.
I think they do have a year or so on like their contract.
I would kind of understand that, maybe.
Yeah, within like.
But not like 6 years down the road.
No,
You've made a name for yourself now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, was it the Kelly Clarkson show? Do they get a cut of that too?
She's really doing things outside of singing. Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
She didn't. Yeah, she got her own talk show now.
Kelly Clarkson.
They need an American Idol for like talk show hosts. Like
There you
who can
go.
host the best talk show?
Ooh.
You know,
not
like
bad.
there's up and coming radio and TV
Yeah, but
personalities.
how do you test that? Like, how do you
have people vote just like they do in American Idol?
Or followers.
yeah,
or
but
something.
like you sing a random song for part of the contest. So like, what do? You just give them a random topic and say go.
10-minute interview. It's an hour show. Commercial breaks in there too. So it's probably 43 minutes of programming, 17 minutes of commercials. So you got the intro, the outro, a minute and a half each. You've got 4 people with 10-minute interviews. How engaging is the interview going to be?
Right.
And then you vote, and
then
the winner moves on to the next round.
And then
or
you could
whatever.
do like a band, right? So you could bring on like the Foo Fighters, and somebody gets to interview the bass player, somebody gets to interview the drummer, right?
And how engaging? Yeah, that's a
Right.
four-member band. Each person gets one of the members of the band.
Right.
How engaging can you make the interview?
Yeah.
We just came up with a new show. If you all see this on like CBS or ABC or NBC, you all know where this idea came from.
Yeah,
that's right.
Mark the tape, so that way we can
I'm
point
going
back
to.
to it.
August the 25th at 9:25 in the morning.
That's right.
Came up with this idea.
And then one of the bands they can interview is the Old 97s, who is going to be playing at the Waterfront Park there in Louisville, Kentucky on the 26th. That is I think that's a free show. I'm pretty sure the stuff at Waterfront Park, and the majority of the time, especially for that, what is that, a Wednesday night? The 26th? Yeah, I think they have Waterfront Wednesdays. Water Funk Wednesdays would be pretty good too, but it's hard to just book funk bands.
Yeah.
Paul Childers will also be playing, and he'll be at Castle and Key Distillery there in Frankfort, Kentucky, which has great gins.
Somebody looking at us through that third door.
Oh, the blinds.
Through the blinds.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's all right. Andy Branton will be at Phoenix Park there in Lexington, Kentucky tomorrow. Lampus will be at Louisville at the Blind Squirrel, which sometimes finds nuts. But Lampus will be there on the 27th, and that's Thursday. Okay, the Hoppers.
Hoppers.
The Hoppers will be at Sand Spring Baptist in Lawrenceburg. So that's not too far.
What's a Christian band? I guess they're probably a quartet. Their last name
trio.
is probably Hopper.
Yeah, I think they're all Hoppers. Yeah. I'm hoping it's a father, mother, and daughter. If not, picture's a little weird. Andrew Lee will be at Captain Quarters Restaurant in Prospect. Let's see. The Deadlands will be at Manchester Music Hall again. That's probably a metal band. I'm just judging by the font. I have not heard them. W.D. Miller will be at the Green Lantern. That should be a good show. Smilo and the Ghost will be at Buffalo Trace there in Frankfurt on the 27th. We listen to them quite a bit. And the band we are previewing today, the Future Birds. They are going to be playing in the future at the Burl on the 27th. And the song I picked out is off their new album. This one's called Nervous Ground.
There it is. Future Birds, Thursday at the Burl. All right?
Yep.
There they are.
Hit the scene a little too high. Riding on a white horse, waving the garbage bag. Warrior of the scene, protector of the dream. A late night trap saying, damn, these demos are rad. And now you're terrified of something new, like it might bury you. Split that mind into the Life Express is always on its way. You hear those screaming brakes, and you can't look away. Even when it's all just ripping, you can't shake the feeling that something's missing. Now you're trying to force away, keep all that baggage down. Probably better just to let it come up.
Future Birds and Nervous Ground coming up Thursday at the Burl.
Yeah, should be a fun time. They have a song that people probably recognize called Rodeo off of one of their earlier albums. But it cusses. Yeah, so I didn't. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yep. Even though it doesn't have the E on it. So yeah, I was watching out for you.
Thank you.
Because it is a good song. But you'll probably recognize that song if you choose to listen to it. But the Future Birds at the Burl this Thursday. Go check them out. Should be a fun time.
Dusty Kentucky Music Preview. We'll be up late night tonight. Me and Dusty are in a fantasy football draft.
The Guillotine League.
It's an 18-man league. It's an auction-style draft, which means one person each.
Forever.
They nominate a player, and then people bid on the player, and they can go like $1 at a time, basically, and it just takes forever.
Yeah.
So we're in for a long night.
And then you gotta be strategic of who you're gonna nominate.
Yeah, you only have a certain amount of money who you're gonna nominate. How much money do you think this player's worth? If not, then you peel back. You don't bid anymore.
You don't get that money. Also doesn't roll over to your fab.
It's the free agent dollars.
Yeah.
So you got $300 whatever to spend during the draft, and then once that's over, it's over $300 in the spend in the regular season.
Yep. You got to fill out, an 18-man roster?
Yeah, it just takes it's 18 guys and 18 teams.
Yeah. Like a long night.
Yeah, it's a long night.
360 players.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, we get them to where it's like they don't even have a profile pick. Like there's free agents. They're not even on his team.
Has the gray silhouette, the question mark inside of his head.
It's like,
what's this guy?
This
I don't know.
could be Tom. We don't know.
I don't know who this is.
It could be.
Dusty with the Kentucky Music Preview.
Yeah. Are we going to eat those Friday, I guess?
Oh, I forgot about those. No,
That's
we're
all
not going to eat them Friday. We're going to eat them now.
Okay, deal.
Reese's Oreos. Yeah. No, Oreo Reese's.
Yeah.
Well,
is this? I think it's Reese's Oreos.
Reese's Oreos.
Yeah, that's right.
right? Because we've had the
But
cookie.
they should be Oreo Reese's because the Oreos are in the Reese's. Doesn't that make sense? Then Reese's Oreo. If it's Reese's Oreo, then the Reese's is inside the Oreo, which is where the peanut butter cream is. We've had that.
This one, or you want the whole one?
What are y'all splitting them?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll open this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is
That's
that
why
fine?
I got. That's why I got more.
I've had these before, by the way. Good.
Oh, see, I was thinking about. Well, they were they were in a cart that was marked down at the K Roche, and I was like, I can afford 3 of these for Tuesday. It's fine,
Right.
So they got the cookies and cream on top, and the regular Reese's bottom.
Yeah, white chocolate on top, and then the middle.
That's what they called me on the streets.
What?
White chocolate.
Let's see. Mr. Packett says those candies are incredible.
Oh, okay.
He just says those candy are incredible. So I guess he means these are Reese's Oreos.
Well, they're at Kroger right now. They're on sale.
Yeah, so you can get them for sale. 2 milk chocolate and white cream peanut butter cups with Oreo cookie crumbs.
I like these already.
The peanut butter looks lighter in this than what it usually is. Is your peanut butter almost white?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost.
Well, because it blends
Everything's-
with the cream.
What's the date on these things?
It's kind of tannish, but I mean, the flavor, from top to bottom is all good. I could eat these probably for breakfast.
Well, you are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what time is it?
You probably
Yeah,
could, and you
right
are.
there.
James is making that dream come
It's
to fruition
breakfast
right now.
of- breakfast of
now.
champions.
That's right.
No, they smell pretty good. They smell like a normal Reese's. You really can't. You don't get the hint of anything in the smell of like the cream and stuff, but it does come through with the flavor. And they do the peanut butter is a little bit lighter, but also just not as much in my opinion.
Because you got to put the cookie crumbs.
Because you got
got
to put the cookie crumbs, and then also they fill it the rest of it with that cream,
Yeah.
which is good. It's it's solid. I like it.
Stuff.
If you, I have, by the way, considered, and I don't think we ever will, because I don't know if they're ever going to stop coming out with new Oreo flavors. But if they did, that we could probably do Reese's, because there are a bunch of different Reese's products.
Yes, they are.
From Reese's Sticks to Reese's Pieces to Reese's Nutrageous to Reese's Fast Break to
Well,
Reese's
yeah,
Peanut Butter Cups, all the different peanut butter cup flavors, Reese's Halloween Pumpkins, Reese's Easter Eggs,
Yeah,
like
those
they
are
just...
the best ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a true American holiday unless they have a Reese's after.
There's a
it, right?
Reese candy after it. You're right. That's when it's a true holiday.
That's why I don't recognize 4th of July. There's no Reese like
There's no
firework.
Reese firework.
Right.
Christmas tree.
Yep.
Pumpkins.
Football
season.
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
That's why Dusty doesn't even know what year it is. There's no New Year's. Dusty
Right.
has what year we living in.
Yeah.
Dusty has to base it based on the Reese candies,
That's
and there is
exactly it.
none for the new year.
I need a brand on it. It's like 2028, and then you just eat it. You're like,
Right.
all right, this is going to be a good year or bad year, depending on how the Reese tastes.
They could do that actually. They could model in the two pack a 2 and a 7.
They could.
And come out with those. Those would be good number shaped Reese's.
No, I think they would just put the numbers on them, so that way you don't have to spend the money on the mold. Because really, all the football and the egg, really, they look the same.
Yeah.
It's an oval mold and a circle mold.
And the pumpkin. Like, let's be honest. It's just the same mold.
The only thing they really spent money on is the Christmas tree mold.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
different. All right, Dusty, appreciate you being on.
All right, I give it.
I'm gonna do a 7.
Yeah, 7-1.
Yeah, I was thinking like 7-2.
Yeah.
So it's right. So 7-1 would be the average. Then 7-7-1, 7-2.
Look at
Pretty
that
good
math.
rating.
Yeah,
Good
that's a
job.
Reese's doesn't make a bad product though.
That's true. That's fact.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Hello, this is Robert Wagner, General Manager of Hometown Radio. We love our listeners, and we know times are tough, so we wanted to do something big, so you could save money on local businesses. After several meetings, we could see no other way, so we opened Big Deals online store, selling gift certificates to local businesses. The gift certificates are just like cash. You buy full retail value gift certificates at a big discount.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Supplies limited, so hurry over to our online store at hometownlive.net and click on the Big Deals logo. Some restrictions may apply. Spend a few minutes now and save big tomorrow. Join other Hometown Radio listeners who are already shopping and saving at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
The Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
At Bob Allen GMC, we are professional grade. Hi, I'm John Welsh. Check out Bob Allen's pricing on new 26 GMC Sierra 2500 Denali Crew Cab 4x4s. Now priced as low as $72,900, plus tax, title, license, and fees. Stock M26987. Bob Allen GMC on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean. Come on, Boyle County, reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's work together to keep our county beautiful. Load your car, trailer, or pickup truck. Our recycling center will sort your stuff. Don't just throw it away when you can recycle it today. Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Planning a wedding? Paying for a wedding? Attending a wedding? Hi, this is Pam Fitzgerald-Clark with Wedding Planning with Pam, inviting you to join us Monday through Friday after the 8:30 morning news on WHIR AM 1230. I'll give you sound wedding planning advice and money-saving tips, information you need, and you'll get it all right here at your favorite radio station, WHIR AM 1230.
Need to see a physician? Then ReadyCare Clinic is ready for you. Walk-ins are welcome and no appointment needed at the ReadyCare Clinic, locations in Lawrenceburg, Harrodsburg, Crab Orchard, and now Danville. The ReadyCare Clinic.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
All right, thank you there, little Riley Joe. Appreciate that. Brought to you by our friends. They are hanging out over at Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville. Convenient stay-in-your-car drive-thru and complete diabetes shop. Monday through Friday, 9 to 7. Saturday, 9 to 5. Good Neighbor Pharmacy in Danville. Sunshine, a high today of 82. Low tonight, 60. Tomorrow, sunshine, 87 a high. Thursday, rain shower chances at 40%. Mostly sunny, 87. Friday, sunny and 86. It's 9:30 in the morning, 63 degrees. And Ann Yeager's on the telephone to join us from Stith Funeral Home. But to make this segment official first, here's Jim Parman.
The following is a paid program.
Told you. And welcome onto the show, Ann Yeager.
Good morning.
She's the Ann Yeager from Stith Funeral Home. Not to be confused with the other Ann Yeager that we all know.
Do you know another Ann Yeager?
No, but I was going to say I can verily say you are the only Ann Yeager that I've ever known in my life, and will probably be the only Ann Yeager that I've
There's
ever
another Ann Yeager in Harrodsburg, but it's her first and last name.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yours is all first name.
Right. Mine's a double name, like Billy Bob or Becky Joe or Bobby Sue.
So for the Ann Yeager in Harrodsburg,
everybody happy.
First and last, you'd say that's, like if she's married, you say that's Mrs. Yeager.
Right. I'm not Mrs. Yeager.
You're
I'm Mrs.
Mrs.
McCroskey if I had to be if I'm a Mrs.
Yes. Yeah.
But that makes me feel old.
We'll just call you Ann Yeager then, or AY.
That works. AY, yeah.
What's going on at Stith Funeral Home today? Now, usually you've been very good about getting in here or sending someone on Tuesdays, different faces we've seen in here, but today you must be busy.
Yes, so we're getting ready for a visitation this afternoon, and yes, all of a sudden I went, I'm supposed to be at the radio. I went running in the other room to grab my phone.
Well, at least you remembered
call
us.
You. Yes, I did not forget. And yes, but we are planning next week to be back in the studio, and I'm trying to figure out who will be with me. Maybe Katie hasn't been yet, Gary hasn't been yet, Margie hasn't been. So there's still more members, and let's see, David. There's still more members of our team you haven't met.
Kathleen, I'm seeing that on Stith Funeral Home's Facebook page. Kathleen, and you said David.
Yep.
Have not seen David yet.
Nope. So there's still members of our team that
we'll get them on here.
and not everybody works all the time. So that's the other hard part. Is about half of what you see on our website, and that show up on our Facebook page are part timers. So they work with us when they can or when needed. So yeah, but we're trying to figure it out so that we can get everybody in, so that you can meet everyone on our team here.
Yes.
That's what people are always surprised that we have so many people, but it's because about half of them are part-timers.
So they come in when called.
Yep. Yep, they're amazing like that. I work with the absolute best team ever.
Well, and Yeagers, there's something on your mind today. We have a lot of questions from Sierra that we have not gotten to yet. We can do those.
Well, let's hit one or two of those. And yes, so we are trying to figure out our 100th celebration. We want to thank our community, and so we are working on that, and I'll have more information for you coming up in the next week or two on that.
Okay. That'll be fun. So
and then we're also putting together a pre-planning workshop, pre-planning 101. So we will have the dates for those also.
Okay. So a lot to look forward to then over the next couple of weeks. Going to get that
yes,
down.
all the things.
Yeah. I'm looking at the questions Sierra wrote down, and she did a nice little doodle at the top of this page. You all ought to have her draw something for you. It's like just the top of the Stith Funeral Home sign that you all have there in front of the building. It's good looking.
Oh, it's funny. She drew us a squirrel one day.
Was she just looking at a squirrel out the window, or she just...
No, we were joking about what our mascot would be if we had a mascot.
And that's what y'all decided on, a squirrel?
No, that was the joke. That's
okay.
Us being silly.
The Stith squirrels.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, here we go. What happens to people who don't have the money for a funeral, a burial, or a cremation?
There is no government assistance. We have to help every family figure it out.
Okay.
What?
That was
that who let the dogs out?
Yeah, but that was not me. We have someone remotely controlling the computer right now trying to figure out some things, and he must have hit the Who Let the Dogs Out button. Yes, we have a button.
We blame Dusty because that would be really fun.
Well, we have a button for Who Let the Dogs Out.
That's awesome.
So you don't, there's no government assistance, so you have to help them figure it out.
There's no government assistance for funerals or death.
Okay.
No. There's no state assistance. They did away with our indigent program here in Boyle County years ago. So there's no federal, state, or local assistance for death.
Okay. So what happens
then
if they have no money?
And we do have crowdfunding options.
All right.
So we work with a company. It's not GoFundMe, but it's set up like GoFundMe, and so we can set up funds for families that are crowdfunding, and we use that fund because there are no service fees. So 100% of the money that is given for the family gets. So, like with GoFundMe, they charge a percentage out of every donation and a service fee. So the family doesn't, and there's no controlling that.
Yeah.
This is a company that we partnered with. I partnered with, years ago, called TMC Funding. It was started by some funeral directors in West Virginia because of GoFundMe and the fees. They said we can do this better, and they figured it out. And that's still old school. They still actually write checks, and when they pay out the money, so the fund runs for 30 days, and then they physically send a check to us.
Yeah, and the other thing about GoFundMe, too, we've talked about this, Ann Yeager, is that whoever starts the GoFundMe is the one who is the beneficiary of the money. So, like, it could be someone who, like, maybe they don't have good intentions, or they're trying to capitalize on whatever it may be that, the death of someone, and they start a GoFundMe. You feel like you're donating to that person, and then you just got to hope that they do what's honest with it, right?
Right. So that's why we use the TNC funding as a crowdfunding option.
Okay.
Because people do want to help, and if they don't know how, that's a good way to help a family out sometimes.
Yeah. Question number 2 here, Ann Yeager. When cemeteries begin having to stack, how do they decide what order to stack or who to move?
So they don't just decide to stack. So we had this question. She came up with this question. She didn't realize, and a lot of people don't realize, that at the National Cemetery, it is designed and built so that veterans and their spouses are buried on top of each other.
Okay.
But in a traditional cemetery, say Bellevue or Damon Wall Gardens, they don't have the equipment or the infrastructure to bury too deep. They used to allow it in Bellevue. They no longer do because they just don't have the equipment. Because when you're talking about a double deep burial, you're talking about 11 feet in the ground.
Okay.
That you have to be able to dig a hole right beside other graves. So it's not an easy thing, and it's very precise, and there's lots of possibilities for caving and that kind of thing.
Right.
So regular cemeteries are just not set up for that. So they don't normally just decide to stack or bury people on top of each other. That's usually something that's in their infrastructure or not.
Okay. Interesting. All right, here's one. I'm sure you have many examples of this, sadly. I mean, these would not be good examples. But what happens if a family member dies and the remaining family just cannot agree on anything? Does it all fall on whoever legally has the more say, the next of kin or whatever? What happens if a family just cannot agree on anything, Ann Yeager?
It is. It is. I mean, I've had some of those situations where if there are multiple, so it's all next of kin. In the state of Kentucky, we are a next of kin state. So your spouse is in charge. If not your spouse, then your siblings or your children, and then your parents, siblings, and it goes on out from there. If you have 4 children and you want to be cremated, 3 out of those 4 children have to sign off on your cremation.
Okay.
It used to be 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 3/4.
Okay.
So, because it's also sometimes hard to find. You know, there are lots of families that are estranged or haven't seen a family member in years. So sometimes it's hard to find those family members. So we have to just keep working until we do, or periodically we have to go to the courthouse.
Okay. So you said it's got to be 75%. What if there's 3 kids?
Mm-hmm.
2/3 is 66%.
2 out of the 3.
Okay. So you just got to be majority.
It's the majority.
Then?
You
Right.
have to have the majority, and if it's only 2, you have to have them both.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is kind of piggybacks off the last question. So what happens if someone dies? They haven't updated their will, or I don't know how this works, or maybe they just didn't have a good relationship with the person that would be considered the next of kin, and the next of kin doesn't want to have anything to do with the deceased or the funeral planning. Then what happens?
They can sign away their next of kin to someone else.
They can do what now?
They can sign away their next of kin. They can relinquish their next of kin.
Oh, okay. So the next of kin would have to do that then.
Yes, the person who should be in charge would have to release it to relinquish their next of kinship and name who should be in charge.
What if the next of kin is just so angry, I don't even want this person to have a proper burial. I'm not waiving the next of kin, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Then what happens?
I have that situation.
Really?
And then we do have to go to the court.
Okay.
Yes, so we have to petition the court to, if there is no next of kin, then we have to petition the court to appoint an executor. And if there is a next of kin and they're just not doing anything or not moving forward, then we can petition the court for a cremation or a burial, depending on what our options are then. And that's where every situation is different. I've had someone with a full prearrangement and no family. I've had someone that even has money put away, so I know what to do. But I need someone to tell me to do it.
Yeah.
And or I can't find the children, or the children won't return our phone calls, or so. That's why every situation is different, and we have to work through each one of those.
Last question for you, Ann Yeager. And again, on the next of kin situation, this is a question from Sierra, and I want to see what you have to say about this.
Okay.
You have a next of kin who is deliberately doing things the family does not agree with. So let's just paint this picture. Let's say, and maybe I'm sure this has happened, Dad dies and has gotten remarried to a woman that nobody in the family likes.
Right.
And she's just like deliberately just trying to just make people mad. And the rest of the family does not agree with it. The rest of the family's like, hey, we love each other, but this woman right here, no, we can't stand her, and she's doing it right back, right? What is your role as a funeral director to make sure that that situation is resolved, or do you have a role in that?
I am the moderator. I am trying to make sure that I help as many family members as I can, and I set up a situation that is going to be the most respectful, because what they're paying me to handle the funeral service. But in my bigger role, it's to make sure that everyone has time to grieve for their loved one. So that's where it becomes very important, and we have lots of families. Any family that says that they all get along perfectly and everything's hunky-dory, not so.
Right.
There's always some type of animosity, something. Some are worse than others. Some families do just get along and suck it up for the most part, and in other families, there's that one that they all kind of shrug and roll their eyes. Or there are big rifts. There are disjointed families. There are people that don't talk to each other. So that you run the gamut in all different types of personalities and family issues. And so it's my other job is to be able to walk that line, because I'm never taking sides. It's never one or the other. But to facilitate the best experience I can for helping them to grieve their loved one, because they're all hurting. They're all hurting differently. Sometimes they're hurting not only because they lost the person, but over missed opportunities, missed time, what could have been. So a lot more goes into it than that. So yes, say there's a spouse who is a second marriage, and the children from the first marriage do not get along with the spouse. We have set up separate family times. We've had whole separate services. We've brought half the family in at the last minute, right before a service. You name it, we've done it. So anything that we can do to facilitate as easily as possible a service that will work for all parties involved. Because everyone's hurting, and it's not the time to try to fix everything unless you can just let bygones be bygones and move forward. But not everybody can do that. So it is a time to make sure that I help everyone grieve and honor their loved one in whatever that looks like at the moment.
Yeah. And Yager Stiff Funeral Home, if you have any questions, 236-2113.
Pick my brain.
Yeah,
Just
pick
the
our
only
brain.
thing I know.
It's 9:53 in the morning. We'll step aside, come back, finish up the combo with Stiff Funeral Home on a Tuesday with Stiff on the Joe Show right after this.
Get ready to experience the ultimate tribute to the King of Pop. MJ, The Illusion, is coming to the Boyle County Performing Arts Center on Friday, September 11th at 8 p.m. Featuring Michael Knight singing live with jaw-dropping moves, a powerhouse live band, and incredible dancers. Hear all your favorites like Thriller, Billie Jean, and Man in the Mirror. Tickets are going fast. Grab yours now at thebcpac.com.
Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors. What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States. That's my goal.
Now she's a powerful force for good. What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
What is it that makes parents continue to choose Danville Christian Academy for their kids' education?
Hi, my name is Amy. What I love most about DCA is that my children can go to school and worship God each and every single day.
Hello, my name is Jenna, and what I love most about DCA is that my kids are learning their true identity in Christ.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I love DCA because my kids get a quality education that is Christ-centered.
You can find out firsthand why parents are choosing Danville Christian Academy. Enrolling now for preschool through 12th grade.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
The Danville Mailing Center makes shipping easy. UPS, FedEx, DHL, U.S. Postal Service. Let them find the fastest or most economical way. They'll even pack it up. It's a no-hassle way to ship. The Danville Mailing Center on Jane Trail across from McDonald's. Ask for your $3 discount.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560, right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside this summer. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
9:57 in the morning. Stith Funeral Home. Tuesday with Stith. Ann Yeager joins us now. Ann Yeager, you had said a couple of questions first half, and then second half you wanted to talk about something else, and I can't remember what it was you said you wanted to talk about. Do you remember what it was?
No.
Okay. Well, I can ask you one more question.
Okay, let's do one more question.
All right, one more question we got time for. I got about a minute and a half to answer this one. Can you put someone anywhere after cremation, or do you have to notify anyone in certain places to scatter ashes? Like national parks, things like that?
No, you're not allowed to scatter wherever you want.
Okay.
I mean, yes, people are scattered wherever they want, but that's part of the problem. National parks do not want ashes scattered in them unless they have specific areas. Some parks and places are building specific areas or have certain rules because ashes can kill vegetation. They are not eco-friendly unless you know the pH. So, so you're technically only supposed to scatter ashes on private property or with permission. You are not supposed to in places like Disney and some of these other big places that people love. Do not want ashes and do not want, they don't want them scattered. Disney went through a thing a couple of years ago where somebody had scattered ashes in one of their big planters and it had killed the vegetation. They had to take out the flowers and fix them, and they figured out who they were because of, all the scanning with the, I don't know. It's Disney. So they figured out who it was, and they're banned from Disney now for scattering ashes. Yeah. Yes. And that's the problem is that they get that people love it there.
Yeah.
But ruining their landscaping or any of that magic for someone else is not okay.
Yeah, I understand. Because you can't have everybody that wants their ashes scattered at Disneyland having their ashes. It looks like just a big dustpan at that point, right? Like, you can't just have people throwing ashes all over the place wherever they want.
Right.
Ann Yeager, Stith Funeral Home. People have any questions for you? What's the phone number they can call yet?
236-2113.
Yeah. 236-2113. Ann Yeager, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again September the 1st, next Tuesday, okay?
Yeah, y'all have a great day and love on your people. Take care.
That's Ann Yeager, Stith Funeral Home. There's that sad music again. That means my time has come to an end of the Joe Show. Had a blast with you all on this Tuesday morning. Hoping the start to your work day just a little bit more bearable. I'm Joe Mathis signing off. I'm back at it tomorrow morning, dark and early, on Danville's one-stop shop for local news, local events, and local voices, The Joe Show. Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next.